In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. In 1972, a crack commando survived and sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. No one else. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. In 1972, a crack commando still wanted by the military survived and soldiers of the crime they didn't commit. No one else can have maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Detectives still wanted by the military survived and soldiers of the crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles underground. Detectives still wanted by the military survived and soldiers of the crime they didn't commit. In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade. In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court for a crime they didn't commit. These men promptly escaped from a maximum security stockade to the Los Angeles.
Pocket full of cash. Lots of children. Pocket full of cash. That's right. Baby got a big ol' ass. Yeah.
Alright. That's fucking quite enough of that. Shit, I'm trying to share and everything. That's all good, cause we still got some music to play, Lloyd. Oh, do you have the Christian? It's on admin. Yeah, I'm just trying to figure out how dumb I can be. We're live, Lloyd. Sorry. We're live as fuck. Let's do it. Episode 21, Taco Night. Episode 21, Taco Night. That should be like instead of putting who the guest is.
Damn it, I didn't put that. Oh well.
Like instead of putting who the guest is, you just put Taco Night. And that's all you really need to do.
Open up this bottle here. Yo ho ho and a bottle of rum every time. Get loose. You want me to pour you one?
No? Yeah, fuck it. Give me one. It always starts like that, and then I always regret it.
Nah, keeps us going.
No, it definitely doesn't keep us going. It keeps maybe you going, but it doesn't keep me going.
Whatever.
It keeps me destroyed. Just completely ridiculous. Saying ridiculous things. Like,
well, I don't want us to.
Like for some like threatening people.
Oh man, it's so hard to see with you. I look so. Where can I plug in?
George's glasses.
Are you tisking me?
No, I'm not.
Oh,
I'm just kind of clearing my throat and shit.
okay.
I'm gonna turn those phones up a little bit.
I can hear.
Yeah, you know.
Alright.
You can hear all kinds of things once you put the put the headphones on and turn the volume up just a little bit. Talking a sultry Virginian man voice. A man who doesn't necessarily speak eloquently or fluent English, but with a beautiful voice, nonetheless. Sometimes these mics and stuff with the headphones on, it just makes you want to whisper stuff like, hey.
Yeah, you're much better at that than I am.
Hey, you guys. How's it going out there? We're here tonight feeling sultry and stimulated. I feel like everybody should do what Joe Alvarez does at the end of all of his posts and give you a couple adjectives that give you a window into how he's feeling.
Oh man, yeah. I'm not against that.
Yeah, well, he'll be like, just jerked off in a confessional booth, feeling bi and confused. It's the fucking best. It's awesome. It's probably my favorite thing. Oh, well, bottoms up. I gotta work. I gotta get up at 3 o'clock in the morning.
Are you for real, Ski?
Yeah, not 3, but I need to leave the house by like 4. So, yeah.
Hey.
Yep. I gotta.
That's when I would wake up at like 3:55 and just have my work clothes on already.
It's not worth it. It's not worth it. Sleep's not as good. I gotta get up, brush my teeth.
Yeah. You can't go to work without brushing your teeth. That's just rude.
I'm not one of those people that doesn't like
I'll brush my teeth, put my deodorant on, and have like my work clothes already by the door for me to just whip on real quick, and then
yeah, I do that move.
I live pretty close to work, so it doesn't take me very long to get ready and go. But you don't. You have to.
I get ready in 15 minutes anyway, so I figure what's 10 minutes? Like I have to do a couple things before I leave.
In 1972, a crack commando unit was sent to prison by a military court.
Oh man, by the way, if you were wondering what that was all at the beginning of that, I wouldn't worry about it if I were you. I really wouldn't.
Worry about what?
Exactly.
Oh.
But anyway, so yeah, I do that move where I get up in the morning and then my shit's right there.
I put my pants on
Ready
2
to
legs
go.
at a time.
Yes, sir. Jump right in them bitches. Yeah, get up. I'm gone pretty much every day, like 15 minutes after I wake up. 15, 20 minutes. That's it.
Yeah, I don't understand people that like
some people
get
are
up
like
super early
yeah.
when they don't have to.
Mm-hmm. And they
It's
sit
just
around.
like just chill, drink a coffee, and watch the news or some shit. That ain't me.
You know something though? Pretty much every single one of those guys doesn't have to be at work until 9 a.m.
Oh, we got the guest on the thread right now.
What's going on? Old Nicky boy.
Excuse me.
But
Said
yeah.
his J is rolled.
Alright, fuck yeah, Canada.
This is pretty
So-
cool. I noticed. I picked this up.
So is he gonna Skype in or what? You gonna Skype in or what, bro? Bro. I don't hear anything. Say something
Yeah,
on the
I
mic.
mean, that's a
I'm
delay.
acting like he's gonna fucking. I'm acting like he's gonna talk back, but yeah, you know. So I get up. I'm not one of those people that can sit around and like read the newspaper and like fucking
No.
chill out in my fucking suit, ready to go to work for like an hour, while my wife makes bacon and eggs in an apron, and my kids are running off to school right before I gotta hop in the car. I'm running late, honey. That is not my life. I get up at go fuck yourself in the morning, and then it's dark as fuck, and then depending on what time of year it is, it's dark when I get home.
Yeah.
But I get up, drive 348 hours to where I'm going. Usually in some sort of fuck town like DC.
348 hours.
This is just me exaggerating. Like, exaggerating to the fucking soaked ass power. Like, that I just realized that doesn't make any sense. See, this is the problem with that rum. I don't normally say, like, completely retarded shit when I'm drunk. I'll flicker. Unless it's crazy gone. But I'll have a couple shots of whatever the fuck this is. The Blackheart. 93 proof. It's that extra 3 proof. That's what it is. That's what gets me. Makes me say some fucking stupid shit.
Wanted to chew away from the camera. Unlike earlier.
If you were chewing on it earlier, and I had the volume on the headphones turned up a little bit, and it was just like...
That's so rude. Stop.
That's fucking gross sounding, dude.
It was like just taking a drink up.
Oh shit, he's calling us. I guess we'll let it roll.
Let it roll.
How we looking?
Nick, what's up, buddy?
Alright, let me get the audio set up here, boys. Am I live on the air?
Your audio's live, but I'm not showing your face yet.
Okay, well, showing on my end.
So we're getting feedback from whatever you're playing the podcast on.
Yeah. Sorry.
I'm just on Skype here. Hold on, let me set up earbuds.
Really?
Let me put on my headphones.
Oh, okay.
Change anything. Just
Oh,
gotta
yeah,
make for a terrible podcast audio right now. Here we go. How do I sound now, boys?
Sounds good.
You sound good, but I don't have. You're not landscape, if you will. You're not.
Hold on, let me
There it
play
is.
with this. Okay. How do I get this on? Alright, how about here? Alright. So would you like me to twist this sideways?
Yeah,
This?
it'll work. There we go. Let's get some. It's fucking not working, man. You know. These fucking kids and their fucking technology. God damn it. God damn it. Can't turn the goddamn thing sideways. Guess you just have to be up and down, bro. Double, bro.
Hold on. My phone. One sec. Take it off portrait mode. Let's try this.
There we go.
Nice.
There we go.
Got
Let's
him.
try it.
That's the fucking move of the night. All right, here we
There
go.
you go.
Check this out. Check this out.
Where's
Now,
the lens?
now we're in business.
Okay, well, let's talk, Will Potter. I've been looking forward to my comeback.
Hell yeah.
We're talking, man.
So what's up, boys? How many people are watching? We gonna invite the family now?
I've shared it to
Well,
JREC and a couple other groups.
How many people are watching this right now?
We were just at 10.
Is Christian Acosta watching this right now?
Not
I'll be
yet.
upset if he's not.
He'll tune in soon enough. We just went live pretty recently. I mean, you called it pretty close to the beginning.
Okay, well, let's do this. What's up, boys? What's on your mind?
Yeah,
I'm sure you guys have a bunch of questions, like this extravagant, brand new, world-class dating site that we're running now at JREC.
yes.
That turned. Yes, would you guys like to talk about this?
That's
how
what
it started?
that's what I was going
Kind
to
of.
ask you is if you would go ahead and plug that. I'm just.
Okay,
we talked about it a little bit last time, man. It fucking cracks me up. I had to go ahead and
Will,
remove
go ahead.
myself. I had to go ahead and remove myself because and it's all good. It was just it was just a little bit. It was a little bit much for me.
Okay.
It was fucking.
Oh, shit.
I mean, it's fucking hilarious, but it got to be. Man, that thing turned into a circus, didn't
Let
it?
Nick explain it. because he'll be able to tell it pretty funny.
Well, this all started with me. We were like thinking about, what we wanted to do with the J-Rex Selfies group. It was kind of a good group. Me and Colin were kind of talking about, like, what do we want to do with it exactly? Do we want to keep it? Do we want to scrap it? Do we want to bring Selfies back to J-Rex? What do we kind of want to do? And then we kind of decided, well, maybe we should just scrap the group. That's what me and Colin kind of came up with the idea. So then we decided to scrap the group, and I wasn't sure when to do it or how to do it, so I kind of went trolling in some groups. And it came upon me that, man, I really, really, really need to start trolling some dating groups. And where can I go troll with the thirstiest fucking women in the world? Where someone who's as fat and ugly as me is going to get looked at like a god. And I got this great idea of why not go troll in some Asian dating groups. Women who legit want to come to America for a green card and be a housewife. Like the mail order brides, but it seems like nowadays you can almost get this stuff accomplished through Facebook, without having to go pay the mafia 10 grand for your mail order bride from the Orient. Times have changed. It's crazy. Facebook has changed the world. It's truly fascinating. So anyways, as I was going into these groups, I noticed a really funny trend, okay? I noticed that, like, when we're in our Selfies group, you notice that the women are the ones who just get all the attention, right? Like, in any group that we're a part of, women are the center of attention.
But yeah, but you have to understand my perspective. Like I'm a married guy. I don't give a fuck about all that aspect of it. Like none of that shit. Like none of the.
Absolutely get it.
You know what I mean?
I am a single guy.
No,
for me, like I get to live this experience of like.
I hear you.
Going into the group, being myself, and looking at how the women talk to me and react to me, and I can talk to them privately, and I get to really live the experience.
Yes.
Someone like you,
that's what I'm
someone
saying.
like Colin, he's coming in with me, and he's got to like almost 50% this. But I still think he definitely appreciated the beauty of this whole thing. So back
believe
to
me,
my point,
I do too. I do too. It's not. I'm not saying anything like that. I'm just saying that like I had to look at it from the perspective of 100% just nothing but comedy, and it is ridiculously funny. But
you cannot be involved in it, Will, at all, because your Facebook inbox is going to blow up. It's not a joke, man.
That's
it's like something I have never seen in my life.
I was talking about it last episode, and that somebody, I think from that, like messaged me randomly. My wife's there. She gets all questioning me and stuff. She gets all questiony, and I was like, look, I'm just gonna fucking delete, because I add pretty much anybody who friend requests me, I'll add them for the most part. But then I started getting like some obviously Thai and Filipino names, and I was like, okay, look.
But they're so terrific and lovely people. But I'll get back to the story and we'll get to this part. But like when I was going, I wanted to tell you guys, like when I was going and trolling in like these dating groups, I had never seen an experience like this. Like I had dropped a selfie and would get hundreds and hundreds of likes, and I'm like,
wow,
nowhere near what is a conventional good-looking guy. I'm charismatic, but I'm not pretty. And I'm just going in there, and the women are literally thirsting after me, and I'm like, oh my god, I need to recreate this experience that I'm feeling right now to J-Rec dudes. They need to experience this. This is like a fucking surreal experience. Pardon my language. I don't know if we're allowed swearing, but it's a podcast, so I'm going to assume yes.
Dude, not only that, it's our podcast. I don't know. But
absolutely. But man, it was a surreal experience. Like, you drop a selfie, you're getting hundreds of likes, and then you go look at your inbox, and it's girls messaging you, hi. And then these girls will send you a friend request, and you literally go accept their friend requests, and 95% of these women will message you. If you accept, and they're like, thank you, sir. They call you sir. They call me Sir Luke White. Thank you, sir. Oh, my God. It's the most hilarious shit in the world. Like, they're trying to marry me,
yeah,
and they're calling me sir.
That's pretty much...
Oh, my God.
Yeah, that's pretty much what happened to me, and I've never said anything on that group except for just continually pressing over and over again the center button when you go to text, where it's just random words. I just did that a bunch, and then I would spell God bless wrong, and then fucking friend requests
the time
out
where
the
I
ass.
made a post to JREC and I told everybody, look, this is the game plan. I'm bringing Asian dating to JREC. What I need you guys to be is just polite to the girls and say God bless a lot. And then I think people saw people doing it, and it was just so hilarious. So fucking.
When did that first strike the God bless thing? When you're just like,
when I went into the Asian dating group and I dropped selfies and girls were telling me God bless, like half of them were telling me God bless, and I was like, what?
I was gonna say this sounds like a covert mission into an unsuspecting group full of people from the other side of the planet where hashtag God bless is every other post.
It's the most friendly way to troll Will Potter. Think
no,
about
dude,
it. No one's getting hurt.
100%. I'm with you, and I get it's just funny. The whole thing is fucking hilarious to me. But I gotta get these random Filipino women that are trying to marry me out of my inbox. It's causing trouble.
So just get out of the group and kind of
No, I did. Yeah, I did, but I'm watching from afar and living vicariously through Lloyd and everybody else. It's fun. It still cracks me up.
Oh, great times, man. I mean, I've had so much genuine laughs in that group. Like, oh, God, man. Like, just me and Matthew Kirk will just be there and we'll be purposely misspelling, like, broken English. And me and him are making each other laugh with it. And I know he's laughing when I'm typing it, and I'm, like, fucking dying when he's typing it in his statuses. And, like, he's being over-religious. And, oh, my God, dude. Like, everything about that group is so fucking funny, dude. Like, there's some girls that are taking selfies with their fucking jungle backyards. They have, like, this. Oh, man, did you guys see some of the pictures of inside the houses? Like, damn, it's not like America. Like, man, you can live in Detroit, but it's probably nicer than that.
Okay, so...
Probably that much nicer, to be honest. Detroit's pretty fucking terrible.
So. I gotta ask you. Were you serious when you were talking about going out that way? Going over
Absolutely.
to...
Why
yeah?
Not? I mean, it's a dream I've had since I watched Leonardo DiCaprio in The Beach. Yeah. You know, great fucking movie.
Fuck yeah.
I
like the part where he's
tripping. I've always wanted to just run off to the Philippines or Thailand for a couple of months and bang girls and live bohemianly. Is that even a word? Probably not. But
yeah, sure it is now. We're doing that now. I'll use it. If I use it enough, people will accept it as a word. I feel like you're pretty influential.
I feel like you can put.
I love talking to you when I'm not tired, Will Potter, and I'm not on Adderall, and I'm firing quick. I'm feeling great. It actually feels great to fucking not be working and actually be on vacation. I look forward to it.
Man, I wish I was on vacation. I was just telling Lloyd I got to get up at 3 o'clock. Well, like 3:30, 3:45 tomorrow in the morning. Drive about hour and 45 minutes to Columbia, Maryland. Work for fucking 9 or 10 hours tomorrow, and then same route back. Same thing I did today.
That's a man's day. That's a man's day of work, Will, man. I've worked a lot of those days in the last 7 months, man, and that's a real man's day of work. It's not an 8-hour shift, like a fucking good, a 13, 14. From the time you wake up to the time you get home.
Yeah, when you leave, it's dark, and you come home, it's dark.
Exactly. I've lived that all year.
Yeah.
So,
God, I get sick of that shit, though.
Do you get overtime, Will?
Yeah, I can. I have a complicated situation going on. Kind of. I have like a management position. I'm a supervisor, but I get paid a salary. But in special circumstances, I can get paid whatever my boss decides I'm worth. So occasionally, yeah, it's a small company, but I don't know, I work hard, but fuck, man. I hate driving anymore. It sucks, dude. It sucks. Fucking spending damn near 4 hours, sometimes plus a day on the road.
That's just fucking sucks, man. And like after you're done that 12-hour shift and you're driving home 2 hours, like you just want to kill yourself the whole way home. And you don't smoke pot, so those drive homes can be like pretty fucking brutal if you're not a pothead. If you like to smoke a little cannabis, those drives go by pretty fucking smooth with like a couple hits of weed and a good podcast. You'll be home in 2 hours, and it'll fly by. But
Yeah, I kick it with the podcast, but I've never even. What's weed? What are you talking about?
It's Canadian. It's what we smoke up here.
Oh, okay. So I
Yeah.
don't think I've ever tried that. Was that?
It's what makes us all super friendly up here in Canada. We're all fucking potheads, to be
I've
honest.
never heard
that's why we
anything
don't
about
we
that.
don't fight.
Is that what makes D'Lo Hicks?
D'Lo Hicks is. How do you make a D'Lo Hicks? Honestly,
Well, when a man and some sort of other species love each other very much, they get together and.
D'Lo Hicks to me will always be the guy who is like the fucking hometown legend, the absolute hometown legend. Bangs every batch of girls that graduates right after graduation. Fresh batch of girls every year. He's like Matthew McConaughey, except in fucking redneck Canada with his shitty vodka. I fucking love that kid. I had the pleasure of partying with Derek Hicks in real life, and let me tell you, that guy, he's so fucking fun, man, in real life. Like, holy fuck, we had a great time. Like, I would definitely go to Vegas with him.
I had a great time when D'Lo came on the podcast. I mean, it was
That was a crazy episode.
I understand your sarcasm. When he came on the podcast and said 4 words and let his friend talk the whole time. Or rap the whole time.
No, it was a good time, dude. You know who's got it? I wish Jamaica was
His friend
here.
was really good, but like, man, I wish D'Lo would have talked more in that appearance. Like, D'Lo's a funny dude. He's just too trash by the time 7 o'clock rolls around. It's never gonna happen, ever.
Yeah, I think D'Lo's hilarious. You know who's got a ridiculous impression of D'Lo that he just busted out on the drive into work the other day? Jamichael Creamer.
I bet you have a better one. I'm the OG D'Lo impersonator, bud.
Jamaica was like,
Yeah, no, I'm kidding. I'd like to hear it though. Let's
man. Well, Jamaica's not here, unfortunately, but Jamaica's not feeling. He's under the weather today, I guess. But
that sucks.
yeah,
That sucks, bud.
yeah, that sucks.
So I'm here, fuck, bud. I'm in the fucking main page, and what the fuck, bud? This fucking James Law guy, he basically steals my ideas, bud. Like, what is this crap? Like, I should be a fucking admin, bud. Like, that's my Derek Hicks. Not too smart right now. But his back and forth with James Law today is quite a thing of beauty. It's almost great to see James Law's comeback today.
Oh, I've been laughing my ass off. Jamaica's impression was
great comedy. I'd like to hear his impression.
It's all in like third person. He's just like, D'Lo is a hard ass nigga, okay?
No.
It's fucking hilarious.
I'm the hardest ass nigga in Mount Forest, bud. Population 5,000, though.
It's funny, man. It cracked me up. You said redneck Canada, which I guess is a thing, but
listen,
it's just
you want to
hard
know how you determine redneck Canada?
I'm guessing
if
it's
the
plaid and
population
axes.
watches the CFL, they are considered redneck Canada.
Okay.
So, like, cities like Montreal and Toronto and, like, Vancouver, like, the big cities, like, we don't care about Canadian football. It's, like, really, like, the prairie little towns who have nothing really going for them. You know, the middle of Canada is a big shithole. There's nothing really going on in the middle of Canada. And they have their Canadian football, and they love it, and it's cute. But, like, Canadian football is straight garbage. I don't know if you guys ever seen it.
Is that the same rules as, like, American football, or?
It's 3 downs. It's
instead of 4?
It's like a lot of Division II players from college and shit. It's like it's the rejects of.
Wait, though, but it's basically exactly the same as football, but 3 downs and.
Yes.
Really interesting.
Yeah. No, it's terrible, man. No, I don't watch that. I watch the NFL. I watch real sports. I don't waste my time with amateur leagues.
I used to be able to name like every starting football player of every team through Madden and fantasy football and everything, but now I just don't even have that much time for it. Plus my team's not even that good, even though they are in the running of the playoffs right now, which is the Ravens, but I don't know. I pretty much just stick with MMA. I'll watch every UFC event from start to finish. I know you do too. And
Yeah, that's really all I can really keep up with at this point in my life, Lloyd, is fights. It's one day a week at tops.
Yeah.
It's at night. The real good fights start about 8. I watch all the Fight Pass cards, like I'm that kind of nerd, but, Saturday at 8 o'clock, I'm usually home. I'm fucking 32. I'm not going out drinking, partying at the bar anymore. I'm not much of a drinker. I'm more of a weed smoker, so I like to stay in, chill on my couch, and watch the fights, man. It's what it is. That's life. UFC is life to me, man. I love MMA.
Yeah, me too. I don't watch every fight like live, but I'm the kind of nerd that'll sit back with Fight Pass and watch some fucking weird shit in the middle of the night. I also like, man, I can't get enough of watching EBI. Like, I was watching the EBI 10 last night, and fuck, I love that shit. That's awesome too. But
I don't see. I'm a big UFC guy, but I'm not going to watch any of these like grappling tournaments and stuff like that. To me, it's like MMA.
Yeah,
that's really all I have time for. Like, I think the grappling's cool and stuff, but like, nah.
I can appreciate
not for
that.
me.
I feel like
if I actually went and trained and like did it myself, like I went and did jiu-jitsu classes, like I'd be more interested in watching EBI.
Yeah,
obviously.
If you don't, that's what I was getting ready to say. Is like if I feel like most people that watch EBI and jiu-jitsu tournaments and stuff like that, grappling stuff, they're people that do it, because it's hard to follow. It's hard to follow if you don't, because you gotta know what's going on. Like, if you don't know,
it's the same thing with wrestling. I don't expect anybody to watch
mainstream
the NCAA wrestling championships on ESPN, which they do air at a at a prime time every year when the finals are on. But I mean, unless that was ever your thing, I can't blame anybody who never wrestled to not tune in.
Yeah.
Like, it's just not gonna interest you nearly as much as it does me, obviously.
Yeah, well, there's a certain amount of fucking action that you're expecting, and nobody's getting punched in the face.
This past NCAA D1 championships was, in my opinion, the most entertaining one ever. So if you guys are interested, I suggest it. The finals match was the heavyweight, and it's interesting because the past several years they arranged the lineup of, instead of going from like 125 all the way up to heavyweight, they would fix the lineup to where the main event would be which was the most anticipated to be best finals match. And last season, the legit best match was the two heavyweights. It was incredible. This guy from Ohio State, Kyle Snyder, look him up. He's one of the greatest grapplers that we have in our nation
really?
now. Yeah, he
That's good. What? Let's talk about UFC this year, though. What a fucking year for the UFC, right? Like, did you guys see that they blew out their 2015, and their 2015 was their best year ever, and they like surpassed their revenue already of 2015, and they were going into October, and the rest was just like free money. They're killing it, man. Like, Conor McGregor fought how many times this year, guys? 3? Or 2?
He fought Diaz twice and just fought. So, yeah. 3.
3 times, and he broke 1 million buys each time. UFC is having a great year, but they also got to pay back that $4 billion that they loaned to buy that company. So, did you guys hear the rumors this week that Mario Lopez might be replacing Joe Rogan, or Rogan might be getting replaced by a mainstream commentator?
That was a joke.
Yeah, that was all
a hoax.
Yeah,
I
a
hope
hoax.
so.
Yeah. That's I mean, there's no way anybody in their right mind with any sort of business sensibility whatsoever is going to replace Rogan
with AC Slater.
With fucking Slater. Yeah, first off, and I mean, not that the guy's not knowledgeable. As far as I know, he's a boxer, and he's knowledgeable
that's actually
on martial
true.
arts, but and he's a personable guy and all that. But you're not going to replace Joe Rogan with him. Joe Rogan's got a huge fucking following right now. I mean, MMA fans are just the tip of the iceberg for people who are paying attention to Joe Rogan, and not to mention the guy does a phenomenal job at what he does. So it would be ridiculous to replace him. And I kind of, every once in a while you see some. There's so much fucking bullshit out there.
What about Goldberg, though? We could get rid of Mike Goldberg, can't we?
I'll trade Goldberg.
I slightly disagree. I like his one-liners. I like he's a douchebag, but he's our douchebag. He's got his classic. It is all over. Looking to finish this fight, and he made the tail of the tape and all that. Like
The tail of the...
you know, all those are Goldberg lines, and I don't know. It makes the UFC to me. I think that him, Rogan, and Bruce Buffer are all like super essential for me to like be all in for.
What do you guys think about this Toronto card? We went from like friggin' complete dog shit to really, really exciting with the 205 dropouts.
Dude,
to real dog shit again. Like, a disappointing card.
It is a disappointing card.
The last two cards in Canada
Sorry,
too, Lloyd,
Matt
man.
Kirk.
Like Montreal card was the Mighty Mouse card. Do you remember what a disaster that card was? UFC 186.
I didn't realize it's been that long since they've been back to Canada.
Dude. Yeah, they went for a fight night in Ottawa, but we'll not count those. I'm talking pay-per-views here.
Gotcha.
Oh, man, they had Demetrius Johnson in a main event, dude. Like, people were walking out during the main event in Montreal. Like, no one cares about
Oh, that was the
Mighty Mouse.
Kawajiri fight, I believe, which was...
No, it was Hiraguchi. Yeah, the Gooch.
That's the same
Hiraguchi.
guy, I'm pretty sure. Horiguchi. Kawajiri. Oh.
Hiraguchi, that's him.
No, whatever. It's neither one of us speak Japanese. Let's just settle it.
And then
at that.
Rampage was not supposed to be on the card, and then he somehow came back and then wasn't allowed and then came back. Remember that whole dispute when he was supposed to be in Bellator but came back to UFC?
That was weird.
That was really weird. And anyway, so this Toronto, so they're coming back to Canada right now, right? And they're like really struggling in the Canadian market, and they're lacking a star, and GSP's no longer here, and
Rory no longer either.
They bring a card like that, dude. And now they try to save it and make an interim title, which I friggin' knew they would do. 100% was the business move to do. And that should be an exciting fight, though. Like Max Holloway and Anthony Pettis. Ooh, that's an exciting fight, man.
It is. It's like,
dude, I
super
love...
fortunate for Anthony Pettis to get that opportunity. I feel like Holloway is deserving of the shot
Yes.
at an interim belt since they're putting one up, but Anthony Pettis, absolutely not, obviously, but whatever. Good for him.
Anthony Pettis has not been impressive to me in his last couple of fights, and even his last fight, like he was getting destroyed for 2 rounds and then pulled a choke in the third to win the fight. He was just getting worked.
I love watching Max Holloway fight. That cat has got some weird.
I want to see him fight Conor again.
Yeah, I want to see him fight Conor again. Which
it's probably never going to happen, guys. I mean,
No.
Conor's not going back to 145.
look,
He's more likely to go up to 170 again before he goes down to 145.
I love Conor McGregor and everything, but honestly, that's what I want. I want to see him defend the 145 belt against Max Holloway. I want to see him defend it against. I want to see him get a Jose Aldo rematch. I mean, Jose Aldo, if anybody deserves a rematch, it's that guy. Against
I
Conor
hate
McGregor.
Aldo, though. I'm not going to lie. I really hate Aldo. His crybaby antics just really not make me want to be a Jose Aldo fan.
His last statements about the whole him getting handed the title was pretty disgusting. It was like
I didn't even read those statements, but even
I'll tell you in a nutshell what he said. He basically said, I knew this was going to happen. I considered myself the champion the whole time anyways. It was a fluke, blah, blah, blah. It's like, dude, you can't say that.
No,
you got
can't say
knocked
that.
out.
You got
Shut
fucked
up.
up.
You got your title. You lost the title fair and square.
I didn't hear that. But
That's exactly what he said. He was basically like, he never was the true champion because he was playing the whole excuse that he didn't defend it and blah, 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 but whatever.
Well, despite anything that he says, that still doesn't negate to me the fact that I think he still deserves a rematch.
I agree, but it made me a little upset with his...
Absolutely deserves a rematch, but he's it's just a guy you don't want to cheer for.
Yeah.
With his accolades. And, like, just given his accolades, this is a guy that you should be cheering for, that everyone should care about. Look at his fucking resume. And, like, this guy does nothing to make people care about him. He says shit like he's been saying in the media for the last couple of months. Just ever since that Conor McGregor fight, really, he's just made himself look like a giant fucking crybaby. And, you know, he's been a decision machine for the last couple of years. He cries. There's just nothing really likable about Jose Aldo, in my opinion. He doesn't want to learn English either. Like, come on, learn a couple of fucking words in English, man. Is it that hard? Do you know? Like, you're the most dominant champion in 145 history of all time, and you can't even learn how to say hello and goodbye and talk a little bit to the, you know.
You've heard me say that before.
You have broken English, dude. We don't care if your English is a little bit broken.
Yeah.
Look at Junior Dos Santos.
Anderson
like,
Silva.
He has some Anderson, he's a douchebag with it because he speaks when he feels like speaking. But, you know, someone like Junior Dos Santos, we kind of saw him slowly learning English, and he breaks his English, but he's so charming, you know, and I like that. And he just doesn't want to learn it. You're a champion. You're a world champion. You want to make yourself marketable. But they're too stupid, dude. They're born in the favelas with no education, and this is what you get.
Some people just don't give a fuck either. I mean, there's some guys out there that are they're not trying to be Conor McGregor.
Yeah.
They're out there and they're like, I want to kick your fucking face, and then I want to go home.
Yeah.
And take the paycheck. And I want to do.
I think that is Aldo's attitude too. I think that you got to take that into consideration, Nick, because I mean, some people are just like that. Just raw as fuck. Like
some people don't.
He doesn't give a fuck about being entertaining to anybody.
They
as
don't
far
want
as
the
outside
showbiz.
of the cage. To him, he's just like, I do my business inside the cage. All the other outside bullshit is just fucking whatever to me. But
they don't want the showbiz aspect of that. They don't want to be
definitely deserves
showman.
respect.
They don't want to be on they don't want to be on the stage. Some guys. Now, obviously, a lot of guys are the best of both worlds, and the best absolute depiction of that is Conor McGregor.
Right now.
Right now, yeah. But
you know who made me fall in love with MMA was Chael Sonnen, man.
Yeah.
That guy was.
Well, he was the best.
That was really
he was the best of one of those worlds, right?
Pardon me?
I said he was the best of one of those worlds, right? He was the best of the.
I mean,
of
Conor
the
McGregor
WWE
is
rule.
just like Chael Sonnen on steroids. It's like Chael Sonnen with
exactly.
an
Conor,
elite skill set, essentially. Because they can both talk shit at the same level.
Conor
McGregor is legendary because of his skill set.
Yeah, Conor is like Chael with the left hand that'll knock you out.
I mean, we can try to downplay Chael's physical capabilities if we want, but really, I mean, look at what he did to Anderson Silva.
It's my least favorite fight of all time. It makes me so sad.
My favorite fight of all time.
It makes me so sad.
UFC 117, Anderson Silva versus Chael Sonnen, Oakland, California.
Number one, the first one, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking
shit
to
out
me.
of him, dude. It was like
heartbreaking.
What are we watching, dude? Like Silva was destroying everyone, and Sonnen comes in there. No one knows he's juiced, and for 4.5 rounds, he's beating the shit out of the most dominant champion ever. He's just destroying him, dude. And that fight, dude, is what made me fall in love with MMA. I had no clue who the fuck Chael Sonnen was. I started watching MMA, and I'm listening to him talk after that, and I watched like his rise to get the rematch with Anderson Silva, like everything he had to go through, like the Bisping fight, the Brian Stan fight. Like I watched this whole run to get the rematch, and man, that guy really made me fall in love with MMA. Not GSP, even though GSP is a great fighter. It's like it's people like Chael Sonnen, man. You get emotionally invested into the fights with people like that, and Conor McGregor's and Ronda Rousey's. They get you emotionally invested, and that's how you sell pay-per-views in the game, in my opinion.
Yeah,
right?
Yeah, 100%. But like I watched that fight live, and I wouldn't have been able to call it the Chael Sonnen and Anderson Silva fight. The first one where he gets triangled at the, in the late in the 5th round. Yeah. I saw that live, and it was unexpected. I was in a bar. Oh, fuck, man. That was nuts. But yeah, I mean,
it's
I'm
almost
just
one of those fights where you'll never forget where you were. It was so crazy.
yeah. It's funny though. I'm shitty with weird things like this. Like I'm bad with remembering names and dates and shit like that. And also like UFC 20 whatever 117. Like that doesn't mean anything to me.
Yeah,
like that shit.
I get that.
Yeah, but I remember
I know the
individual
big ones.
fights and shit like that.
I'm with you a little bit on that.
But
Certain number cards really stand out.
I'm able to follow the Conor McGregor numbers. Like I know.
200 was huge, obviously. I
That
had that on.
200 anniversary show, right?
Yeah.
And they even
No,
put
that
the gold
card sucked.
octagon, which looks so stupid.
Dude, 200 did not suck. Even though it wasn't as good as it was supposed to be, it didn't suck. But I wasn't even.
That they put Misha in the main event. Like even though like she was the belt, like it wasn't the main event. Like the Brock Lesnar fight was the main event to me.
Obviously, yeah, but they're being progressive or whatever. Let them pick whatever reason they want for that. I don't care what order the fights are in. I'm there to watch the fight.
But I'll tell you this, guys. If Ronda Rousey was the champion and she was fighting on that card, I wouldn't mind Ronda Rousey being in the main event.
Yeah.
She's a pro. Do you understand?
Well, she was more dominant. She had more defenses in a row. I mean, Misha obviously didn't make it very far. Unfortunately for her, and then she fucking quits.
Ronda's gonna win.
You think Ronda's gonna win?
I think she will.
I still don't have
You
Ronda
think she
winning.
wins?
I think she'll win.
No,
I think she got rocked one fight, man. She got one shot from fucking Holly Holm, ringed her, and she was wobbly on her feet. And Holly Holm has good hands and caught her and got her more wobbly. Like
I think Amanda is pretty aggressive, like not as calculated as Holly Holm, and it could just be like a scrappy girl fight rather than.
Can Ronda over? Like, do you guys remember Ronda's run? Do you guys remember her like just fucking judo tossing any girl? Like,
That's what I'm saying. Everybody's
her
saying that
head?
you know that Nunez is a black belt in jiu-jitsu also, or a brown belt possibly. I forget.
She's a brown belt in judo and a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Okay, well, I still don't think that her brown belt in judo is half as good as what Ronda's judo is.
Okay.
And Ronda's judo translates to jiu-jitsu very well. We've seen how incredible she can just sink her armbar in from wherever she gets a girl
That's her
on the
one
ground.
move, though, right?
That's
her one
see, but
prediction, though.
That's why I think that if they get into a little scuffle and it gets to the ground, I'm not really worried about Nunez's credentials from her ground game.
But what about Ronda's ground and pound?
Dude, the judo on the ground, like that armbar, Ronda's armbar, that's not a jiu-jitsu move. That's a judo move.
It's
Her armbar is a judo armbar. That's
the one that she did.
I mean, I'm not a
against,
judo expert, but I'm just saying, like there's a big difference between judo and jiu-jitsu.
Well, then, yeah, I think that's in her benefit over Nunez. I feel like you're helping me.
No,
make a claim.
No, what I'm saying is that judo is mostly about the on the foot game and the throw, the toss, which is cool, but Amanda Nunes is also pretty goddamn well versed in that. I mean, at brown belt, I mean that takes a long time. There's a lot of politics involved with judo too, but on top of that, she has a black belt in jiu-jitsu.
Olympic level.
Difference. Yeah, but when they clinch, man, who's gonna win in that clinch? Like Ronda's a beast in that clinch.
She looks
big girl, man.
She looks really good in recent training.
Huge thighs and fucking
Ronda. I'm not gonna argue with you that Ronda's judo is better.
Like, Ronda's probably a dirtier clinch fighter, no?
Amanda Nunes is an aggressive fucking woman. I mean, I don't know, but
Amanda Nunes looks like she could have been in those Planet of the Apes movies and needed very little makeup. I'm sorry.
I'm not gonna say that. I'm not gonna say that by any means that Amanda Nunes' judo is better than Ronda Rousey's, but there's a lot closer margin there. And then on top of that, she's a black belt in jiu-jitsu. Now, black belt in judo.
I'm not trying to disregard it. I'm just trying to differentiate between Ronda's level of.
I'm saying if you go raw grappling, if you put a judo black belt and a jiu-jitsu black belt just raw on the ground, the judo guy's gonna lose.
Probably.
Just raw on the ground, without the throws,
It's gonna be an interesting fight.
I
just feel like Ronda's gonna overpower any girl she fights, man. There's just something about her, like her core. She just, to me, she's stronger than any woman at 135. Physically.
Your dog is named after Ronda. Am I wrong?
Yeah, absolutely.
Where is that little pup?
She's in her cage right now, so she doesn't disturb me during this interview.
Damn, I kind of wish that we could see pups on the show. Before we close,
I'll gladly send you a picture. Yeah.
Before we close, possibly.
Yeah. You trying to get rid of me?
No, not trying to get rid of you. I'm saying before you hang up on us, we should be able to get Rousey on.
Absolutely. Before we hang up.
Okay.
So we were talking about, to me, Ronda Rousey, just the way she would bull rush girls leading up to her, in her whole run, man. Like, she overpowered every girl she fought leading up until Holly Holm. And I still think Holly Holm, if they would have clinched against the cage, that would have been a close, power fight. Or Ronda probably would have overpowered her too, dude.
Yeah,
She's
Ronda,
an Olympic athlete. She's psychotic, like a psycho-level athlete.
Yeah.
Like, she has an obsession in her
I'm glad that you
brain.
said it that way. That's very accurate.
I agree with you 100%.
But that's
I also think
her mentality is different. Like, she got one fight. This is really going to tell us a lot. This fight is really going to tell us if she loses this fight, she's done, man. She has all this money. She's done.
Watch how she fights Holly Holm. She gets super emotional. This is what I'm talking about. After the Holly Holm fight, she got even more emotional. She started talking stupid shit about how she was going to kill herself. I mean, not in so many words, but she did, hint at suicide and all sorts of crazy different shit.
Because she's psychotic, Will.
Yeah,
what did I just tell you? She's a psycho level.
Let me finish my thought here. Let me finish my thought.
Yeah.
I get what you're saying. She is yes, that's exactly what I'm saying. But what I'm saying is that in a real fight, being emotional like that, where you need to be calculated, or where I think Amanda Nunes is going to assume that she's going to be emotional, and then her trained to be calculated and focused in order to counter the emotion that Ronda Rousey's going to have, because she's on this comeback. There's a lot of things. There's a lot of factors to me, psychologically, as well as physically, but psychologically, that you have to take into account. You got a long time off, ring rust. You got the fact that she is a psycho bitch, and she's going to get emotional. When people get emotional during fights, they make mistakes. If you make mistakes with a jiu-jitsu black belt,
emotional in her other fights, though?
No, that's what I'm saying. But the biggest one that she got emotional in, as far as I'm concerned, in her highlight reel, is Holly Holm.
Well, right, because at the weigh-ins, she did get kind of aggressive with her in the weigh-ins.
100%.
Kind of off character.
Mm-hmm.
But really, the weigh-ins were pretty heated with her and Betch Kahea.
Yeah, but Betch Kahea was nowhere near the caliber of fighter as Amanda Nunes.
Yeah, that's true. Or you mean Holly Holm? But yeah, absolutely.
Holly Holm.
Yeah.
Or Holly Holm. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about. Betch Kahea was filler for Ronda.
So what do you guys think they're saying at the UFC office going into this fucking New Year's Eve card? Like, what's Dana White thinking right now, guys? What do you think is going through Dana's mind?
I think what's going through his mind is, I have so much money right now. This shit is awesome. I don't fucking care. Ronda Rousey about to make me several more million, billion, jillion dollars.
I disagree.
You think Dana's fucking nervous about something? Really?
I think he's nervous.
How come that's like a meme? Everybody thinks Dana White's nervous. Dude, what the fuck does that dude have to be nervous about? Not a goddamn
if
thing.
Ronda
cares a
loses
lot.
badly in her fight at the end of December, she's not coming back.
Yeah.
If she loses badly, it's probably over. So that's probably why he's nervous for her. He also alluded many times that him and Ronda have a special relationship, they're close, and they've been close throughout her whole career, and he doesn't want to see someone he cares about go in there and take more damage than they should.
Also, I don't think that the UFC is really as popular as Will is giving it credit for when he says, what the fuck does he have to worry about? I feel like he always has to worry about really making sure that he has those cash cows producing. And look at Conor McGregor, all the true, I hate to put it this way, but all the diehard fans always give him a hard time Like, he legitimately hasn't defended a title yet, and more casual fans see Conor as like the greatest champion ever already. And so he's a big money maker, and Dana's got to keep it that way. And he's it's in the UFC's best interest that Conor McGregor stays a champion for a long time. And it was the same thing for Ronda Rousey. And my point being, like, if you look at a guy like there was a meme posted the other day, DJ he's going up for tying for just the most defended
Silva, right?
titles, yeah, and everything, and I mean, for the common fan, who cares about Mighty Mouse for the most part? But like a guy like Conor McGregor, that's your money guy. And then Ronda Rousey, even though that she's already lost her belt and has been out for a while, she's still a bigger name than some of the champions that have like actually put in their time, like a Demetrius Mighty Mouse Johnson in a way. So my point being, yes, I do think that Dana gets nervous because he has to keep these stars as being the ones that are constantly defending a belt, and it's not that easy. He's got to work it out to where it works. Like, you know, like, you can't. Amanda Nunes is not a big name. She has the belt right now. You want Ronda to win that fight 100%, and you got to be kidding me if you're the businessman.
Because if she wins the fight, Lloyd, you get maybe 2 more out of her. 2, 3, maybe.
I don't know who they would make her fight next, but it's obvious that Cyborg isn't going to make the weight. She was already complaining, saying she can't even make 145 anymore, apparently. Yeah, so I don't know what the fuck's her deal, but she's not going to be a threat for Ronda if Ronda gets her belt back, and then other than Nunes, she beats her, she's not going to get like an instant rematch unless it's like a really close decision, which I don't see it going that way. So if Ronda wins, she gets a finish somehow, which would be really impressive by her.
God, I hope she just storms her and knocks her the fuck out. Like, literally, Ronda Rousey
she's gonna have to earn it.
Rushes her.
Yeah.
And
It could happen like that. It absolutely
I think it might
could
be a
happen
good
like
matchup for her. That Russian girl that's fighting Juliana Pena is super tough. Shevchenko, I think that she's gonna beat Pena, and then you can't really deny her a title fight against Ronda, assuming that Ronda upsets Nunes.
and then Ronda would destroy a Shevchenko too.
Bro, you might know this. What are the Vegas odds on the Nunes Ronda Rousey fight?
I don't know, but I'm gonna ask my phone right now. Okay, Google. Okay, Google. Ronda Rousey, Amanda Nunes betting odds.
I bet it's pretty even. Nunes might be the slight favorite.
I think that Nunes is probably the favorite if I had to guess.
Slight favorite, I'm gonna say.
Yeah, not by a huge
like
margin.
plus 120 or some shit.
It is.
If you nail this shit, I'm giving you 7 high fives.
minus 160 Ronda Rousey. Wow.
So you bet 100 on Ronda.
You have to bet 160 to win 100 on Ronda Rousey. And if you bet $100 on Nunes, the ticket pays you $250.
Whoa. I got it wrong. Yeah. I got it backwards.
Yeah, no, Ronda Rousey's the favorite, man. Wow, that's interesting.
It is interesting.
Dominic Cruz is a 2-1 favorite. He's not a huge favorite going into that fight. Like, Dominic Cruz is usually much more of a favorite than that.
2-1
Velasquez is a 2-1 favorite. It's a good card. Good card at the end of the year.
Dude, I know, we were talking about grappling matches earlier and whatnot, and that, I know that you don't necessarily watch them, but I gotta say, believe it's this Saturday, I am fucking pumped for Dan Henderson and John Jones at Flow Grappling.
Oh, yes, that's true.
Fucking jacked for that. It's EBI rules. It's gonna be the shit.
I think that John is gonna destroy him. I hate
to
admit it.
He's gonna manhandle him.
It's not even gonna be close. No.
It's gonna... I wonder if John will be, like, gentlemanly and not destroy him too much.
I think that he'll try and make it... He's not gonna, like, rush for a finish. He's gonna He's gonna toy around with Hendo a little bit, unfortunately.
He's just so long. I got
Honestly,
I got John winning, but John admits himself that he's not that big into jiu-jitsu. Dan Henderson's had a lot more time in the game to develop his jiu-jitsu.
Yeah, he's not
out
much
of
into
necessity.
jiu-jitsu, but doesn't he have the most submissions out of all 205 fighters in the history of the division? He's not even a fucking black belt, and he has the most submissions. He's submitting people on raw talent.
Yeah,
like,
it is.
Jon Jones is
it is weird,
literally-
like his standing fucking guillotine of Lyoto Machida, where he just
He's
dropped
the greatest fighter of all time.
He's
Dude,
such
Jon
a
Jones.
freak, dude. He's such a freak. Oh,
I
hate how good he is. I
Me
hate
too.
it.
Me too. I like Jon Jones though.
I love Jon
I
Jones.
want Jon Jones to come back so bad. I want him to not
the most
fuck up
entertaining,
so
yeah.
bad. Not even for his own good. For my own selfish reasons. I want to see that
He is
motherfucker
amazing.
fight, and I want to see him have a long, fucking healthy career, fucking dudes up.
I watched Jon Jones's rise from UFC 100 all the way till him becoming the champion.
Yep.
UFC 100, he was fighting on the prelims.
Mm-hmm.
Jon Bones Jones.
His
Yeah, I
Shogun,
got the DVD upstairs.
his Shogun fight when he won the title, and then his Lyoto.
Oh my god!
His Lyoto fight when he just made him go to sleep,
Standing
pushing
guillotine.
up against the cage.
Are you saying is my TV on upstairs?
No.
Oh,
No.
okay, never mind. Sorry, go ahead. Because it is, and I just want to make sure it's not making noise here on the podcast.
No, we can't. I can't hear anything. I just hear my own kids like running around upstairs. Fucking,
Oh, okay. I thought you were talking
fucking
about your
around.
own house. Okay, good. Oh.
No, I didn't say anything about that. But no, Jon Jones fucking standing guillotine, Lyoto Machida just holds him
Oh, and
until
he
he
just
fucking
drops
passes
him.
out and just drops.
Dead man.
So
like,
good.
and a lot of people thought that was dirty, right? Like the way he dropped him and just walked away and didn't like go make sure he was okay. Because like Lyoto looked like he literally was dead when he fell down. You remember the pictures that came
Oh,
out
yeah.
of his face?
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
I don't think that was dirty.
I don't look at it like it was dirty either. In all honesty, I don't.
Unsportsman though, like was it not like maybe not the best show of sportsmanship? Him just walking away like that when the guy's like fucking almost like
No, you know
It
what?
didn't look good, but I thought that it was baller as shit.
No, you know what?
Yeah, it's true.
At the very end of the fight, no matter what happens, as long as I don't strike you, if I drop, you know what? I got no problem with that whatsoever. We're in a fight. If you go to
That's
sleep,
what the ref's there for, man.
If you go to sleep,
the ref's there to help you, and he tried.
what the ref is saying is the fight's over. Let him go. So he let him go. I don't know. I got no problem with it. And
Yeah,
I'm a
does he have to
huge.
securely let him go,
Yeah, no, it's
like
not like
gently
I'm not
to the
gonna
ground.
lay you down and
yeah.
support your head gently. You're not my child. You're a grown man who decided to fight me. If I choke you to sleep and then I just let go of you, yeah, go fuck yourself.
Yeah. I agree.
Meanwhile, I'm a huge fan of Lyoto Machida.
Me
Just
too.
saying. So
His crane kick to Randy Couture is one of the greatest finishes of all time.
that's a fucking beautiful finish. I loved when Lyoto took the belt against Rashad Evans. Fucking
Oh yeah,
another great fight.
So
I
many
didn't-
great memes for that.
Yeah.
that 205 belt before Jon Jones was
Hot
fucking
potato.
swinging everywhere.
Hot
It was
potato.
hot potato
Yeah.
before Jon Jones. Really.
Yeah. Big time. Yeah, because
Did you guys see the 185 belt being that way? Because like I don't consider the Dan Henderson fight to be like a real title. Like it was a title defense for Michael Bisping. It was almost like a friggin'
That fight was
UFC
great.
giving him a gift for everything he's done for the UFC. Here's like a gimme for your first title defense.
Can't really argue that. You're definitely
Yeah, I don't know. Well, that in itself kind of makes me sad because personally, I don't care who you are. I got Dan Henderson winning that fight. I mean,
Oh, I don't. I
look,
don't.
okay. Look, let me
3-2.
reword that. Let me reword that. And we've gone over this on the podcast already. But if that first round has no time limit and it's on the street, then Dan Henderson kills Michael Bisping and you never hear from him again. And there's no talk about who's fucking.
Oh
belt
yeah,
this is.
absolutely.
That's what I'm talking about. That's martial arts for me.
That's the
What I'm
difference
saying
between
is-
it being
yeah.
a sanctioned sport and being whose skill versus who ends the other person's life. It's just not the
Right.
same.
Yeah.
You can't really fault Michael Bisping for winning the fight,
It's
but
not gladiators.
No, but if I'm Michael Bisping, I'd whisper about that fight. Because
You'd
like
whisper about that fight, yeah. But you know the way after Hendo went and shot him when he was knocked out cold at UFC 100, I wouldn't shut up about that fight.
Yeah, how
I'd
many
celebrate it.
men out there can handle one shot from that motherfucker?
I wish Dan Henderson could live to be 900 and healthy as fuck and just keep going, dude. Because that dude is fucking fun to watch. Watch what he did to Hector Lombard. That fucking head kick gets tangled up, and then with the fucking elbow on the side of the head.
A bitch slap
That's
elbow.
a different Hector Lombard, though. Like, that's
Jesus
not
Christ.
roided Hector Lombard.
He
Roided
was.
Hector
No, he
Lombard
was.
just
That-
like the scariest human ever.
That Lombard was roided, I believe.
Yes, but it's also
Was he?
It's
Yes.
also Dan Henderson at 9,000 years old versus Hector Lombard at what, 25?
Right. He wasn't doing TRT
No,
at that
Hector's
point. 'cause
actually
Dan was pretty into the
29?
TRT
He's not-
scene.
30s.
he's
late
not-
30s, sorry.
Late 30s?
Yes, Hector Lombard is late 30s.
Yeah, he's like 38, 39. I think same age as like the other Cuban wrestler. He's gonna fight for the belt.
Yoel Romero.
When he's old, he must be like 39.
Yoel
Might
Romero,
even be pushing
yeah.
40. He's another freak athlete. Him and Hector Lombard and Yoel Romero, man, talk about some absolute animals. Where the hell were these people conceived? Like, they have to be like two Cuban farmers or something
38.
to just
Yeah.
have those
I don't know.
genetics. Like, they're
What the
animals.
fuck I was thinking.
He doesn't look old.
Oh, you know what? Well, still, how old is Dan Henderson?
40...
6.
Something like that, yeah.
46.
Well, what I was thinking was,
Less
yeah,
than
9,000. He's 9,000 years old. He's fucking damn near a decade older than him. Still, nonetheless.
Did Couture go
This is
longer
big
than Henderson?
Who?
Couture stretched it out too to that age.
Yeah, Randy
40.
Couture was 38,000 years old when he retired. Yeah. I'm pretty sure that's a fact. He was born in like...
Who else retired super late or super old?
In MMA?
Royce Gracie.
Yeah, I guess you could say him. I mean,
Was
he
Royce
fought
retired?
this year.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't
Like,
think
he
he's
did these
retired.
comeback ridiculous fight. He's 50, right?
He's fighting for the belt. He's going to fight Conor McGregor.
Do we really count Bellator fights as real when they're past 45? Like, is it almost like exhibition fights?
It was him versus
Really?
Ken Shamrock. Like,
It's like, you know,
I mean, it's a fight.
the
You know, if
co-main event, the guy died.
yeah, that's what I was going to say
Yeah.
is
Dada.
fucking Dada 5000 fucking died. He died at that event.
He
Somehow
died.
outlived Kimbo. What the fuck?
Yeah. Yep.
I'm not
He
trying to
died.
make jokes about it, but
Kimbo
geez, it was weird.
Kimbo killed a dude in the ring and then died, what,
After him.
9 months later? 6 months later? How long ago? Jesus
you guys
Christ.
see that movie Dogfight?
I didn't actually.
I've seen bits and pieces of it.
yeah,
It's
I started it. I didn't finish it, but
It's the same maker of Cocaine Cowboys made that movie about Dada 5000 in the backyard street fighting
Yeah.
scene in Florida. It's like so ridiculous.
I
They're like
listened to that
tarping
episode.
down their fences and like setting up these rings in the backyard. It's so ghetto and hilarious. Like, oh my god. Like, it's straight the hood. And they're doing like literally like fighting championships in the hood. Organized by Dada 5000. This shit is so fucking hilarious, man. Like, if you find stereotypes funny, like I do, you'll have a real good laugh, as well as be like, whoa, is this real life?
I find all kinds of shit funny. I gotta take a piss. I'll be right back, guy.
Problem.
it's just me and you, Nicky boy.
People bored? Are people bored of us? We've been talking a lot of MMA, Lloyd.
Yeah, I know. I did actually kind of want to get you to talk about some other stuff that you were telling me that you wanted to bring up on your return.
Well, I was, we were talking today about the dating page, and we're going to make JREC great again. The last 7 months I've been working some really intense hours and have not really been able to put in the hours, and the amount of energy that I did at the start of JREC. I mean, you were around for those times, Lloyd, when I was unemployed, living off my savings money and just JRECing all the time. Those are some really great times, so it definitely feels good to be back and doing nothing for like the next 5 months. JREC's to be made great again. I'm loving the podcast. I'm happy to finally be on it. What else? What else is going on? You're moving out to Colorado with the Reynolds?
I was I was half joking about that. I've mentioned it with them. They're very welcoming people, and I mean, no, I wasn't serious about like straight up moving into their house, but I am serious about making a plan towards moving. Just I'm only 25. I can do whatever the fuck I want right now. I'm single and
You have good credit. You have money in the bank.
yeah. I just
Because, like, if you have money in the bank, dude, like, you literally just grab your car, pack your clothes, your laptop, your phone charger, and just, like, fucking just travel, dude. Like, just go rent a room or something and kind of, like, build yourself up. Go live somewhere beautiful.
J-Rec has been pretty cool about that for me, where I've made good enough friendships with people where they trust me to have a free place to stay for a little bit and
like, you're the kind of guy that could probably, a lot of people will let them stay at your house, yeah. But for long term, you know, like, you have a little bit of money saved up once you get your own place, and then you find a job and establish yourself, but, like, definitely you got to go out and see the ocean, Lloyd. You can't live in Virginia your whole life.
I agree.
Because America is so beautiful, man. Like, I've seen America, man. Like,
Yeah.
I've seen all the way up to Washington, down to, like, San Diego.
Oh yeah,
And-
that's everywhere that I want to visit. That's all the places that I haven't been in the country.
So fucking nice, dude, man. Oh my god. Like, Oregon and, like, Washington is, like, the greenest, most beautiful place you'll ever drive. Like, all giant trees and so fucking beautiful, man. Like, and Washington, these giant trees, man. It's huge. It's so nice, man. And BC is really nice, too. That whole West Coast. And, Oregon's really, really, really green. And then you get into California, and, like, right under Oregon, and California's so long. Holy shit, dude. It takes, like, 20 hours to drive from the top of California to the bottom.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Maybe you, bro. Not me.
No, but, like, literally from the border of California at the top all the way down to
The
San
difference
Diego.
between Southern and Northern California is pretty drastic for sure.
Have you been to California?
No.
Me
I
neither,
just
man.
have a lot of friends that live out there.
I got
California's crazy. You want to know what makes California so cool? Like, man, there's, like, the Pacific Ocean, which is beautiful, but there's also, like, desert in California.
And
There's
mountains,
mountains in
yeah.
California.
Yeah.
Like, there's everything
I'm
in
interested
California.
in-
Farms.
Yeah, I'm interested in the Northwest, like Oregon,
Sacramento?
Washington.
Yeah, I'd like to visit as well. I've never been past Illinois, going west. Never been north.
I did trucking outside of trucking school. I told you guys, like, I went from Montreal to California, and in a whole bunch of states. Like, I did that 5 runs after school. Yeah, man, it was cool. I got to see all over the states, man. It's fucking beautiful, man. Like, you guys definitely got to do a road trip when you get old. Like, let's say you retire and you get that Winnebago. Like, definitely drive all over the states, man. It's so nice. It's crazy how nice America is.
It's funny
Really.
you say that. Actually, is kind of a dream of mine to get an RV.
Yeah, well, Lloyd, you were talking about how you're single, you're free, and I was just thinking, because you were saying something like that, and really that's not an option for me. I got a 7-year-old, and I got a 4-year-old. I got a mortgage, and right now, I gotta hunker down until both those little things are fucking 18 plus years old.
Honestly, the only thing almost keeping me in Virginia these days is this fucking show. Straight up.
Damn, you heard it first on the Let 'Em Know podcast.
I mean, this has been really fun for us. I built a really big bond with my boy Will and Jamichael and everybody else that comes out here. His whole family have been really good to me. Seriously, like, I'd be lying if it wouldn't like be hard to move away from the state purely because of just this whole adventure that we've started here.
Is there any what about the kids that you coach?
Oh, that has a lot to do with it too. I'm
that
not
has
going.
some weight to
I'm not
it,
going
right?
anywhere until the wrestling season is over for
Oh, yeah,
sure,
of course.
because it's my little brother's senior year.
I just assumed it had some weight as well,
No,
as far
I-
as keeping you here.
I can leave and coach another team somewhere else. Once
Yeah, that makes
once
sense.
my little brother is graduated, I mean, there are some kids on the squad that I feel connections with, but I'm not like super attached to where it's gonna keep me from being adventurous while I'm still in my 20s.
Yeah, dude, you're 25. Like, I get to do all that shit when I'm gonna be like 42. So, I'll be all right. I'll be just
you're
fine.
25 years old, man, and like, if you're literally willing to take a chance and go live anywhere in the United States, dude, like, go somewhere cool. Like, go somewhere really fucking beautiful. Like, everyone
been to
says,
Colorado.
oh my
I
god,
love
they're
it.
jealous you live there. Like San Diego or something, where it's like
Yeah.
beautiful weather year-round, tropical, beautiful. You know what I'm saying? Great Mexican food. Can't go wrong with San Diego.
My little brother from my fraternity in college, he's in the Army, and he's out in Hawaii, and he was actually he lives in Honolulu, but was unfortunately doing like some training on the Big Island while I was there in Honolulu, like close to his place, so I didn't actually get to see him when I was on my vacation out there in Hawaii.
Yeah.
But he's mentioned multiple times, like, dude, just fucking move out here. Like, it's so nice, and I already experienced it. And there's work out there, and it's like not like super expensive living either.
I was gonna say,
Hawaii
what
is
I'm
repping Hawaii right now.
Dude, you were repping Hawaii on the last episode
Hawaii,
too.
you'll be
Yeah, I
back
was.
in a year, though. I don't think you'd last long in Hawaii.
Dude, I would. I would fucking last 9,000 years. I'll live forever if I go to Hawaii and I just chill out, sit on the beach, feet in the sand, jerking off. Dude, I would last
you will. I'm
forever.
talking about Lloyd, though. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, no, I know. Why wouldn't Lloyd last in Hawaii? I feel like he'd get his dick in a couple of Polynesian women and never want to leave. I feel like he'd be in good shape.
Because it would be hard for him to visit friends and stuff, and, like, it would be, I don't know. Lloyd was...
He couldn't do the show.
It's actually funny that you say that, Nick, because out of
island in the
my
middle of nowhere.
family, I have two brothers. I was always the one. I didn't go to college like super far away from home, but far enough away to where I couldn't like come back home whenever I wanted to.
Right?
And I'm the only of my two brothers and a lot of like my close family that has ever branched out. And all the trips that I've done, like when I went all the way up to Maine and Rellands, and when I even made that first plunge and went to the Dillons the first time in New York. Nobody in my family has ever done shit like that. I moved out to Georgia to work for my cousins down in Savannah, Georgia. I lived down at my aunt and uncle's for a year doing that. Nobody else in my family has ever been adventurous like me. I am the traveling hobbit. It is a real thing with me. I mean, I love my family and my close friends and everything, but it's not that hard for me to put things behind and just go do a quick little journey. I always come back home at the end of the day.
Dude,
like I'm home now. I'm in Northern Virginia.
Go sell medical marijuana, like I told you.
That reminds me, like, just of the opposite situation that I have, in that my mom's bloodline has been in Northern Virginia for the past 400 years. And
Wow, since slavery.
when I found that
Since
out,
Amistad came over.
when I found that out, I was like, "Yo, I gotta get the fuck out of here. This is bullshit." You fucking serious? We've been here for 400 fucking years.
Oh God, how many?
There's no
black servants
fucking
has
way.
your family had?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, that's why I look so weird, man.
What's Virginia? Is Virginia like tobacco land?
That's what we're known for.
That's well, historically,
yeah, so
that's what
probably had
Virginia's
some
known
cheap
for.
labor in the early days as well.
It was more than cheap. It was free. We
Free?
enslaved
Okay.
people here in this state, unfortunately.
Yeah, right. You guys are considered the South, no?
Yeah, I guess technically.
We're
I
bordering,
mean,
right? Like
we're in
right
the
on
north of
border?
the South, but
we are in the north of the South, but Virginia, especially where we're at, is really not it's not like southern, like
West Virginia is redneck as fuck, from what I'm hearing, right? Like that.
No,
is just,
not redneck.
it just
You got it.
it depends on where
know
you
the
go
difference.
and who you
You
talk
got to know
to.
the difference between redneck and hillbilly.
Yeah,
there's a big difference.
There's a big difference there. Yeah, redneck is down south. You're right. It's like down South Carolina, North Carolina too. But actually, shit. If you travel 40 minutes south of where we're at, you're in redneck country. I mean, really, you're close to it right here where I'm at.
Like Crackle Barrels everywhere and shit.
Oh yeah, you're right on the edge where I'm at. But I could take a piss and hit West Virginia dirt from my front porch, damn near. So
West Virginia is one of the most beautiful states in the country. You can make all the hillbilly jokes that you want, but goddamn, there is some great scenery in that state.
Well, we live in a beautiful part of the country, Virginia too, where we're at. But like I was saying, we are literally, if we ran out the door and hopped in my car right now, we could be in West Virginia in 5 minutes. If I really hauled ass.
My drive to Will's house is actually pretty nice. It's not
Okay.
like it's not.
It is. I know the
It's
route
not
he
like
takes.
a-
I take it every morning.
Yeah, it's not like a super boring drive. I actually go. You see the Blue Ridge Mountains and shit. It's cool.
You go up over the mountain. You come down, your ears pop if you're a newbie and all that shit.
My ears
And,
pop
Oh,
every
yeah.
time. And I ain't no newbie. I do this shit twice a week. Fuck you.
Okay, well, I mean, I've literally been driving. My ears don't pop anymore when I go over the mountain. I've been doing it for fucking 15 years, like almost daily basis. So that's what I mean. Like my ears literally they don't pop anymore when I go over the mountain. They used to
All right.
every time. You know what I mean?
All right, tough guy.
Mister, my ears don't pop and shit. Fucking tough guy over here. Yeah, no, it's
Sorry, Nick. I feel like I'm talking over you.
No, I'm just cutting my joint. I'm getting my joint rolled. Don't worry. I'll be fine in 2 seconds.
you fucking Canadians and your weed, whatever that is.
We're big druggies up here. What can I say? We love our weed.
You know,
We're all Jordans.
I keep strange company on my Facebook, JREC included in that. But so I'm in a group called Keep Marijuana Illegal,
Okay.
and it's fucking hilarious. I just gotta say, it's ridiculous. And actually, I've been trolled by dudes trolling trolls, trolled.
Oh, for sure. There's
Troll.
got to be
And I'm
trolls
like,
trolling
what?
trolls in there.
Exactly, yeah. And then they say some sort of fucking ridiculous statist shit, and then I'm like, fuck you, man. And then I'm like, you're so full of shit, you know. And then I click on their profile. Meanwhile, dude's driving a Volkswagen bus and he's wearing tie-dye and shit. And I'm like, dude, go fuck yourself. You're not anti-weed. You son of a bitch.
Oh. Anyways, boys, I'm gonna dip out. It's been a great talk, though. I've had a great time talking with you guys.
You too, bro. Thanks for coming on,
It
bud.
kind of sucks to see that you guys are going to be splitting after the holidays. Hopefully, Lloyd could call in and be a part of the show on Skype. I know what it means to him.
What do you mean after the holidays?
He thinks
Within-
he thinks that I'm like dead set on this. Nick, I've told you like I want to do that. I'm not I don't have any serious set in stone shit going on over here. You don't have to worry about this thing ending anytime soon. But
Oh, okay.
But I've definitely I mean I like we were saying, I'm
You're
25. I'm 25.
Yeah.
I want to make moves. I don't want to rely on networking with my friends and family for the rest of my life in my core area. I want to branch out. I want to discover.
I
For
feel
sure.
the same way, man. And I'm 32. Like, I definitely want to go live somewhere cool.
Yeah.
Definitely by an ocean.
You got no kids, right, bro?
Right.
That you know
Right,
of.
absolutely.
So,
I'm thinking about going overseas and possibly teaching English if they let me. I mean, I have a high school degree. I can speak it pretty well.
I guess it depends on where you go. I mean, if you go to fucking Hong Kong or you go to
Philippines.
fucking Bangkok or something, they're probably going to want some sort of, high-end college degree in English. But
Right.
if you go somewhere in bumfuck, in more rural parts of the Philippines or Thailand or something, they'd probably be like, yeah, fuck it, let them teach. That's what I feel. I have no idea, honestly, but I feel like that makes sense, right? That's what you should.
Absolutely.
That's what you should do, man. You should be unrecognizable in about 4 years. You go over to Thailand, right? You start doing traditional Muay Thai.
Yes.
With ties, right? And teaching
Right.
English during the day, right? And training
Right.
Muay Thai and teaching English.
Right.
And in 4 years, like, you completely give up all social media, right? You move over there, you do
Right.
that. In 4 years, you come back to JREC.
An absolute animal.
Yeah, and then just be like, what the fuck? That's what would happen, I feel like.
If it's still around, hopefully you guys would keep the legacy alive.
You know you can rely on me and Colin.
Yeah, it's not going anywhere. If you leave, I'll become. I'll take an admin position, and we'll make it happen. I'm in it I'm for the long game, so.
We've had a fun experience, so these last 11 months have been definitely a wild ride. 10 months, 11 months.
It's pretty much been up to a year now. I mean, once we finish out this year, it's a year for the most part.
How many people have you met in real life, Lloyd, off the group?
Colin made me do that number recently, and it's like 23.
Wow, that's a lot. That's cool.
You're definitely fucking meeting people in the group, champ.
Oh, yeah, he's got to be the champ, right? For sure. Well, maybe Dylan hosts people coming to his house. I assume Dylan's got to be, like, right up there as well.
A lot of that had to do with me, though.
Well, speaking of...
Pretty much all of that had to do with me, in fact. But
What's up?
What?
Well, I feel like you want to say something.
I did want to say something. I completely lost my train of thought, though, so I was hoping that you guys would just keep talking. And
then you would catch it.
Yeah, and then I could kind of play it off like I wasn't going to say anything, but that's apparently not going to happen. I'm being put on the spot here. I don't remember what the fuck I was saying.
Any funny things going on in JREC recently? So other than the Asian dating, was there any other funny things?
Well, it's like you said, fucking Derek and James Law right now. This shit is hilarious. I've been laughing my ass off, dude. This shit is so fucking funny to me.
Oh, just pure comedy gold. Just terrific stuff. And James is coming out and being really funny, and D'Lo getting upset that James is purposely copying him to upset him.
Dude, I had to
screenshot.
So I had to screenshot D'Lo with his dick in the sock, fucking trash bag on him. I had to screenshot it. I didn't know what I was gonna do with it. Actually, I do. I was gonna just put it up on the screen tonight while we were on the show, but
it's actually already been altered with Phil. Member.
Who's been a guest on Skype video on this show? Out of curiosity, myself and who?
Almost everybody who comes on, we try to do it Skype. Skype's just the best way to do it.
Do you guys set up multiple Skype guests on a show?
Not at any given time. We tried to once with D'Lo and Young Rich Boy, but you have to pay for that service or something like that. And I pay for enough shit when it comes to this that I didn't want to pay for some sort of extra.
Everyone,
Skype
get
service.
your alpha brain from my boy Will Potter.
That's right.
Please.
You goddamn right.
Yeah, help the show out. We gotta do some ad at some point in time. You know what?
I hope.
Everybody's buying gifts right now. Go to the website and use the fucking Amazon link. That's what I'm saying.
Absolutely.
Everybody buys shit on Amazon. Go to letthemknowpodcast.com. Click on Amazon.com. It's right there. And then buy your
Amazon
shit.
Prime, it's at your door in 2 days.
Yeah, it's fucking awesome.
Probably a drone that delivered it, too. You know how the new technology of Amazon's going. Did you see some of those videos of the drones doing Amazon deliveries?
Yeah, well, when Don Shea was on the podcast, he was like, yeah, I've been flying drones for Amazon for 16 years. And I was like, dude, wait a second. If a drone showed up at your house with a parcel fucking 16 years ago, people would freak the fuck out.
For sure.
Yeah. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, he's got Jay Brown.
Well, he was just fucking around. He was wearing a USPS jacket and shit. He was drunk fucking around. I like that. It was funny though. It was funny though because I thought he was serious at first, and I was like, I mean, he said it like he was dead serious, and I was like, why the fuck would somebody lie about that? but yeah, no, he was just fucking around.
Who have you guys not had on the show that you'd like to have on the show?
You mean like as far as members of JREC or just in general?
Yeah, absolutely. And just obviously not in general. You obviously probably want to have a Louis C.K. on the show. That's not going to happen. But
yeah,
let's talk about within the JREC attainable world.
We've hit up a lot of people that are not members of JREC with minimal success. Daniele Bolelli's gonna come back on, and actually like next week sometime, or week after that, sometime around Christmas break. But
that's cool. How much time does he give you guys on an interview?
I don't know.
It was at least an hour.
Yeah, the last episode he was on for about an hour.
That's awesome, man. He's such an awesome guy, dude. And I love the way he talks.
Yeah, he's super cool. He's a super cool dude.
He's super smart too, man.
Honestly, my first thought when you asked that question was actually Kyle Mack. And
yeah, I'd like to have K-Mac on.
And I'm actually mad at him right now. He's attacking me in my DMs because, dude,
he's attacking you?
Yeah, he went at one of the admins of the Fighter and the Kid Army. I told him, okay, you got kicked out for no reason. He's just calling him a bitch and blah blah blah. He shouldn't have gotten kicked just without there being any kind of rules in the group. So then I went and I made rules in the group. I said, okay, don't make, because I've never had problems in that group. So I edited the description. I said, okay, no making things personal. Keep your fucking Cheeto fingers at home, at your mom's basement, not in the group, and shit like that. Just don't talk shit. It's a discussion board. This isn't the comedy club. We don't attack each other in this group. It's just tacky. I know that, I'm kind of interested to hear what you think of that, because I know that you've had people be annoying at you in the group too. But anyways, besides that, Nick.
I like them, but there's definitely some pompous douches in that group.
I know.
Like, the whole elitist MMA fans that I was called, I would call them, definitely elitist.
All right, well,
definitely MMA snobs.
He went at one of the admins after I told him, okay, he shouldn't have kicked you. And then I said, just drop it. Don't even mention that it happened. And then as soon as I added him back, he went, look, I'm boys with Lloyd. He added me back to the group. And I'm gonna come at you in every thread that I see. I was like, dude, that's exactly what I told you not to do. So he kicked you again, and then he's
Kyle Mack post.
He's getting all mad at me, like, well, you're not gonna stand up for me. It's like, no, you're just like unnecessarily causing shit, and this is just drama-free group. I'm sorry.
Oh, what about Kyle Mack this week? So he goes in VIP, and he knows, and he's been booted out of VIP in the past, and he goes in VIP this week. Him and Yaz don't get along, so he sees Yaz post, the 150 likes post, and he writes, I definitely don't want to see it. You're pussy, but I'll give you a like anyways because I'm a team player. And that he's just throwing that. He's just throwing an insult at VIP. He gets booted out. Comes into my DM talking about how Yaz is on a power trip for booting, and there was absolutely no reason he should have been booted out of VIP. So I went back and reread it and everything, and Kyle's just attacking her in a place where we're not allowed to attack people. We've all kind of agreed that's the rules of that place. Just let the girls do their thing and don't attack them. But Kyle's like, oh, you're such an unloyal piece of shit. Let me back in VIP right now. I swear to God, just let me back in. And I'm like, no, dude.
Just so aggressive.
You're on a little timeout. He's like, okay, you don't let me back in, dude. I'm leaving JREC forever. And I'm like, okay. He's like, it's like, I'm going to Reynolds Rap. I'm like, okay, whatever, Kyle. And he just goes. Then RJ comes to me later on that day. He's like, yeah, Kyle came and messaged me. He wants to get Mayhamistan going again. He wants to relaunch Mayhamistan. After he got booted out of, this is the kind of guy Kyle is. He's a rich kid. He's for money. His parents have money. He's a rich, spoiled kid, and when he doesn't get his way, he acts that way. That's how he is. Probably never had adversity in his life. That's why he is literally that way. Anytime he doesn't get his way, he acts like a baby. That's Kyle Mack. That's his legacy. I love Kyle though. Definitely entertainment, but
he is entertaining. I wanna hear him on and do a little rap roast and shit and do all of his characteristic things. It's annoying to me that he
has a god complex though. He definitely has a god complex. But I like the guy.
I don't know. I haven't spent that much time talking to K-Mac one-on-one. A little bit, briefly, like in comments and shit, going back and forth. But
Right.
I would have him on in a heartbeat, no problem.
Oh, for sure.
But yeah, that's funny. I mean, the whole thing is ridiculous. It's crazy how serious people take
In
their
the internet world,
take their
Facebook
groups.
J-Rec world, yeah, absolutely. Hey, man, a lot of people love J-Rec, man. We're a close knit community, and fuck, we've had definitely a wild ride in the last almost year, and we're a close bunch of people, man, and people are passionate about this place, man. A lot of people have a lot of good memories associated with J-Rec. Some shitty memories too, but definitely a lot more great memories from this place, man, and it holds a close place to a lot of people's hearts, in my opinion. I think we've developed that awesome of a community in the last, like I said, almost year.
Yeah, well, everybody's way closer than anybody ever was in the mainland, and and it's just a different dynamic.
I think that if we wrote a book or screenplay about it, I feel worthy of one of the main character spots.
Oh,
it's kind of hard to argue. Am I wrong? I feel like I've had a lot to do with the group, and I don't know.
Oh yeah, no, you definitely have your place up there, Lloyd.
So
who's had the biggest? Who's been there? Who's like the biggest?
I would say me, you, and Colin. Since day one.
Colin? Other than me, I mean, who is it? Colin?
The Mount Rushmore of J-Rec. Who's on it?
Who's on it?
Me.
Fuck, man, like
me,
Colin?
Nick, Colin, Dustin.
But Dustin is almost like it's like he's almost like a folk hero, like a legend. Like
yeah, he's like grandfathered in. Meanwhile, as soon as he gets out, he's coming on the podcast. He doesn't have a choice.
I hope so. I really hope so. I really hope he comes back the same guy.
I don't think you have to worry too much about that.
Let's just keep this group strong for him, I guess. But I'm excited for his comeback, man. But yeah, no, like definitely, Colin Lloyd. It's really hard to say because a lot of people come and go too with the group. Not everyone.
Which I never have, never left.
Day one and just some people have left and come back. People get very emotional.
Have you ever seen? Hey, has there ever been a guy that have had reasons to leave and come back more than me? And just didn't? I'm not going to go into too big of details, but come on, let's be straight shooters with each other.
Oh, no, Lloyd, you've definitely been the loyal soldier, man, since the start. Definitely, and a great guy, man. And, is there anybody who doesn't like Lloyd other than Yannick?
Me. I don't like Lloyd at all.
That's a real OG reference there.
You like that.
Well, you forgot about Yannick?
Yannick, oh my god, yeah, that was the only hater that I ever had ever since. Tried to produce. It's funny. I went at Dan the Man when I first noticed him, Dan D.
Yeah.
And I made those memes and shit, and it was funny. We went back and forth for a little bit, and then all of a sudden, it was just like something happened where it became like we both thought that each other's jokes were funny, so we became friends, and it was like when we were talking to each other, messaging back and forth, it was like 2 men enter, 2 men leave, best friends, like worst Thunderdome ever. It's just funny because out of me and all people, not gonna continue to hate each other. We just I'm not gonna hate this guy. He roasted me good, I roasted him good, and it was funny.
That was almost funny because you never saw Lloyd take a shot at someone. I think Lloyd just took a shot at him to have fun there in that spot, and Dan was kind of the kind of guy that could take it and have fun back.
Yeah.
No, you meet friends throughout life, but you fight your best friends when you first meet them, and then that's just how
that's actually really true.
It's not always true, but it is true. I've had it happen. Like my best friend in 2nd to 5th grade, when I first met him, about a minute and a half later we were fighting, straight up fist fighting. The guy jumped on my head, and I, like, fucking threw him on the ground. And then, yeah, we were in, like, 2nd grade. It was awesome. Best friends for life. Except for I don't talk to him anymore.
This is girl from the Philippines sending me a picture in a white dress, and she's at a pinning and candle lighting ceremony.
Oh, wow. That
Wow.
sounds lovely.
Sounds Asian. Sounds Oriental. Anyways, all right, that's probably my cue to go. I'm really baked right now, guys.
Yeah,
Fuck
we got
yeah.
an extended, like, half hour out of you after you said you were going the first time, so we
Yeah.
appreciate that.
Yeah,
I
no,
will
we're,
definitely be back on, guys. I had a great time, and I'm happy I actually have my phone stand right now. So
Cool.
right now I'm hands free.
Fuck yeah.
I have my phone's right here, right in front of my couch.
it's the way to be.
Beautiful. Get the mic here. So great time, guys. Love you guys. Love you all in J-Rec, man. Hopefully I wasn't too boring on this episode.
Nah, it's
Well,
all good.
We had a
Chill
good time.
episode, man. Chill episode. Thanks for coming on.
Great.
bro.
And I love to talk the fights, guys. Love you guys.
Love you
Peace.
too, man.
Talk to
Take
you
it easy.
soon.
Good
Take
night.
it easy.
Well, that's fun. It's always fun having bro on.
That was good.
I was having an issue there trying to get the old image up. I don't know what the fuck the problem is, but I'm gonna have to work on that. I'm gonna have to work on shit, Lloyd.
We need to get that 3rd screen up, don't we?
Yeah, we do. It's sometime soon. It's sitting right there.
So I don't have to do this anymore.
Yeah, I don't know if you can see the comments and stuff live on like Windows through the internet browser, through like Internet Explorer or anything like that.
I guess it would be all
On the
under
PC, I'm not
It
sure.
would still be all under the same.
Well, because
shit is
we
the same.
tried once, and I don't know. We'll fuck with it. We'll see. But yeah, fucking fun.
Shit, Leah just popped up. What's up, Leah?
What's up, Leah?
Lovely Leah.
Did you say?
Deserves a shout out.
You said,
next guest.
You said yeah,
Dustin
Friday, right?
Dustin Fridays.
Dustin Fridays.
Leah will be here. I'll take a shot to that. That girl makes me laugh, man.
Not me. She's not funny
Oh.
at all, ever.
Can we please play her video?
Let's wait.
No?
Let's wait.
Wait for her entry? She's gonna make us our own, I think.
That's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm waiting on. Or I don't know. Whatever. We'll see.
Leah, if you want, slide into my DM with some kind of video for us to give as a next featured guest. for you.
Rated PG. Okay. Okay. Rated PG only. Don't send Lloyd anything that's gonna get him stirred up. It's almost his bedtime. He's got to get some sleep. Okay.
Is that so? What time is it? No,
No, I
get
don't
the
know.
fuck
It's
out of here. It's
8:20.
8:30.
it's almost my bedtime.
Are you gonna leave me here
Oh,
running the
Jesus
show on my
Christ.
own, or what?
Not likely.
I doubt that too.
You wouldn't know how to shut it off. It's just gonna keep going until tomorrow.
Yeah.
It's just gonna keep going. Nah, it shuts off 4 hours anyway. But, dude, how about this fight?
Yeah. I'm done. I know what you're pulling up.
Yeah.
The noise of this shot that he just eats is pretty insane.
Well, I haven't actually seen this video.
Nick, if you didn't watch this on the fights from this weekend, you're gonna enjoy this.
Yeah, let me pull this up. Cutelaba versus Jared Cannonier. This shit was awesome over the weekend.
Full screen.
Really, in the first round, he was in a lot of trouble. Both of these guys ate a lot of hard leather. They showed that they have a phenomenal chin. But once he got his time and he got his rhythm, he was able to land those
Dude,
sharp uppercuts in close.
Where Cannonier
He was
just
able to
starts
counter
walking at him like he's the
especially
fucking
for a
Terminator.
two-round.
What the
Accuracy
fuck,
was very,
dude?
very sound in this fight. And then he knew he had to go out there and win that last round. He did that, showed the urgency, and got the victory.
Yeah, I don't know if this was so much of a clear win necessarily. I thought it was a close fight. First round, definitely for Cutelaba. Third round, definitely for Cannonier. Second round, could have gone either way.
Yeah, I agree with you on that. But and didn't at the end, Jared said he could actually maybe even make 185.
Yeah, fucking sick fight. That wasn't what I expected out of the highlights, but I mean, there's one point in that fight. I think it was the last round, right, where he just puts his hand down and starts just walking at him, and he eats like 2 or 3 shots. Just eats him, like he's a fucking Terminator. Just walks right at him like he's invincible. And at the time, I'm like, dude, don't do that. You're gonna get knocked the fuck out. But that's the risk, I guess. I mean, you feel fucking invincible for that period of time, and he just walks him down. He eats a couple shots, and I'm just like, dude, that's how you get knocked out. That's how you get knocked the fuck out. But it was ridiculous. And he pulled it off and won the fight. So, you can't talk shit. But that's the thing. You can do stupid shit as long as you pull it off and still win. You can do all the stupid shit you want.
Sorry, I have to leave you hanging.
You care to show the class? You care to share with the class what you're doing?
Just explaining to people that I'm on my fucking alt account, so...
Oh.
Anyways.
How about that DJ fight? I liked it, man. I was fucking excited watching that fight.
Yeah, I just didn't get into it because I was super tired.
There was some high-level jiu-jitsu going on in that fight, man.
I have to rewatch it.
It was
I
good
have it
shit.
recorded. I was just so fucking tired.
What's his first name? Tim Elliott?
Yeah.
Yeah. That dude has got some jiu-jitsu that I didn't expect to see going into that. And it was just like, damn.
He's funky, yeah.
Yeah. He's a wild dude. It was good shit. It was a good fucking fight. Demetrius Johnson, like you were talking about earlier. Yeah. I mean, he needs more recognition. I don't know how to make that shit happen. It's like you were talking about Dana White needing his cash cows or whatever. Yeah, it's true. But
it's hard to sell a 125-pound champion.
How do you make...
People think that they can beat him up when they're casual fans that are just like average-sized dudes, like a 6-foot dude who's like weighs 200 pounds. Like, oh, I'm not gonna back down from that little twerp. It's like, well,
meanwhile, Demetrius Johnson will fuck you up.
Yeah.
But people say
I
the
get
same
it why
thing.
they're not like impressed with seeing like two guys that are smaller than them beating each other up. You know what I mean? It makes sense to me because it's different for me. I actually competed at that low weight class.
Well, you don't
all the way up to collegiate level. So
in MMA, you don't get the knockouts as often at that low weight, and you don't. It's not. It seems, I guess, less dangerous because they're smaller than the average dude, and like you said, the filthy fucking casuals think that they're gonna take Demetrius Johnson, even just because you're fucking bigger than him, like because you're 6'2" and 230 pounds. Guess what? You're not. I don't know. You hear the same thing about chicks. Like fucking people are like, yeah, I'd take Ronda Rousey. You're not, dude. Unless you train, you're not fucking doing shit to Ronda Rousey. She's gonna rip your arm off. I don't care if you're fucking 250 pounds.
Depends on how dangerous that 250-pound man is.
That's what I'm saying. If you don't train, like if you're Joe asshole sitting on the couch, you're not doing shit to a fucking 130-pound girl who knows jiu-jitsu.
That's fair.
I'm a 210-pound dude. I've rolled with, and I'm not anywhere.
Do you think that Ronda would tap you?
Yes.
All right.
I believe I believe so, but I got a hell of a lot better chance than somebody who doesn't train.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I'm a pretty big dude. Maybe she wouldn't. I don't know. I just don't. I don't know. But
I think she would tap both of us pretty fucking easily.
I have been tapped.
But neither of us are like
I have been
average.
tapped. I've been tapped by chicks who are around 115 pounds. And I'm not like embarrassed or ashamed, because if you got a problem, I'm telling you right now, don't talk shit, because I find it pretty unlikely. I mean, unless you train, you better fucking train at least a little bit if you're gonna start talking shit, because I do a little bit. I'm not the shit. I'd never tell you I'm the toughest dude in the world. I'm not the shit at jiu-jitsu, but I'm okay. Yeah, I've been tapped by women that are smaller than me, who have more knowledge of fucking jiu-jitsu than me. And it's not embarrassing to me at all. People talk a bunch of shit, but it's just not true. You can say that 135-pound woman, whatever, and yeah, you know what? You might fucking catch her and knock her out if your dad taught you how to throw a punch when you were 5 or whatever. Maybe. If you're 6 foot whatever and over 200 pounds, maybe. But I don't think you're gonna hit her. Unless you fucking sucker punch her. Dude, women at that level of fighting, Ronda Rousey, Miesha Tate, they will fuck you up. Small women that are fucking purple belts of jiu-jitsu, I'd put almost any dude I know that doesn't train up against them. I'd bet on them. The women, I mean.
Right.
It just is what it is. People like to stroke their own ego and pretend that they know more than they know when they don't. And that's just standard shit. Whatever. Boyd, you got nothing to say all night.
I'm sorry, I'm like reading the comments and shit.
Despicable. It's despicable. Did you even hear what I said? It's like, nah, I was just reading the comments. Oh, it's true! I was just fucking around. You legitimately didn't hear anything I said. It's probably good. It's probably good. You give me... God damn it. Fuck you, Lloyd. Pour me a shot, man.
Alright.
Quit fucking around. What?
Can we play some Christian Acosta?
Yeah, we sure can.
Let's play, I'll resend it.
Yeah. Don't make me scroll through the chat. Who all's in the chat right now? In the comments of the show.
It doesn't really let you know that besides the people that are talking.
That's what I'm wondering. Who's talking shit in there?
We got you still around, Chrissy? We got Chrissy, Lauren.
Hey, Lauren,
and,
Chrissy,
Mitsuko, and Brian Gibson. Welcome.
What's going on, ladies and gentlemen? Thanks for paying attention to the show. Thanks for tuning in to the Let 'em Know Show at Let 'em Know Show, Instagram, Twitter, etc. Facebook.com/Let 'em Know. www.letemknowpodcast.com.
Alright, I just literally DM'd you the song, so.
Alright, let's check it out. We're going to check out a track by Christian, our boy, Christian. We're going to check it right the fuck out. Nothing anybody can do or say to make us think differently about that. This one?
Yeah.
Okay.
Do you know how to be able to do that?
Yeah, we'll be alright. I can pull this off. Generally. Can you send me a SoundCloud link? What is that, an audio file?
Yeah, it's just a voice memo. And
Yeah, over,
Well, I don't have.
I don't have contact.
It's all good. We'll figure it out. We're gonna figure this out. We're gonna figure this right the fuck out, Lloyd. You know why? Because we don't have a choice. You know? We don't have a choice sometimes. Jesus Christ. Bless you.
Thank you.
You know who makes ridiculous noises? Fucking sneezes, Rochelle. She goes, "Hey!" It sounds like a.
That sounds like Mr. Miyagi.
Yeah, it sounds. It sounds like a. It sounds like a fucking video game is being played somewhere. It's like, "Hey!" That's you, babe. She's not even in there right now. She's not paying attention. She's upstairs, fucking around, hanging out with the fam. Let's check it out. Let's see. It should work in this one.
Yeah, I can hear it.
Figured as much. All right. So we're gonna take this shot first.
All right.
And take a little breather.
Music.
Check out this track by Christian Acosta. You know the name of it?
He didn't tell me anything.
Shit's pretty hot,
He
though.
just sent it.
Here we go. Check it out. Enjoy. Yeah, so that track is hot as fuck. Don't let anybody tell you different.
Thank you, Christian. Much love. For real.
Christian just throws that shit together. You know? Just goes digging through the garbage pan. The pan that you keep the garbage in. And then fucking digs out some gold. Some motherfucking gold. So anyway, like I said, check out our website.
Run the ad.
Yeah, we'll run the ad. We're gonna run this ad real quick. Sorry. I guess we don't have to do it, but please help us out. Here, just check this out real quick. Give me just a minute. And of course this shit ain't working right tonight.
Hey man, you like the Let 'em Know podcast? Go over to letemknowpodcast.com. Scroll down, click on one of our affiliate links like Onnit or Datsusara or Amazon.com. Anything you buy on this bitch right here, we get a little piece of. Don't cost you nothing extra at all. You go to dsgear.com/letemknow, or you can click right here on this Onnit shit right here. Get all kinds of shit.
Yeah, anyway, so there's our stupid ass ad. You can go check that out. Seriously, right now people are buying gifts for Christmas. If you use Amazon, which I feel like everybody does, just go to our site, click the thing, it'll help us out. If you don't want to, then, don't. Obviously, there's no obligation, but if you do, it doesn't hurt you at all, helps us a lot. Appreciate it, big time. And, yeah, so there's that. Lloyd ran off. He had to go grab something. So, what else do we have Saturday night at the UFC? We had the Demetrius Johnson fight and Tim Elliott. And that shit was super exciting. I'm gonna pull up the highlights for that. So yeah, let's get this thing going. This fight, Lloyd said he fell asleep during it. He missed out. He's gonna have to catch up on it, but I want to play these highlights.
Flyweight champion Demetrius Johnson keeping his belt. It is an and still situation, as you mentioned. It was real close, though, so why don't you take us through the highlights?
Well, I almost ate my shoe, and I think Tyron almost ate his as well. We were saying, I'll be very surprised if he made it to the second round. Of course, we were talking about Tim Elliott. It was Demetrius Johnson who was very surprised to make it to the second round.
Relatively deep guillotine choke strapped on him for a little while. I mean, it looked really deep.
Actually by Tim Elliott in the first round as well, but in the end Demetrius Johnson just took over with his grappling skills. I think he was still so aggressive in the second and third round. He was kind of wanted to get Tim Elliott back. It seemed like he wanted to really submit him, and in attacking the submission he was allowing Tim Elliott to kind of scramble, and you don't want to do that against someone like Tim Elliott. He's so good at scrambling. When Demetrius Johnson started slowing down the game and started
this Kimura here, I thought this shit was over too. I mean, there was several points during the fight I thought it was all over.
on Tim Elliott's name, and I'm going to give a double dose of it because I did not think he would make it out in the third round. I thought he was unorthodox, which would frustrate Demetrius Johnson, but I just did not think he had...
There's some more highlights back here.
Since his first Joseph Benavidez fight, and the big thing was coming into this, you know, Tim Elliott had to capitalize on a few things. Number one, he had everything to gain and 0 to lose, which puts Demetrius Johnson in a very tough mental position to get up for a fight.
Yeah,
and want to train.
It's the same highlights again, but anyway, fucking super awesome fight. That was a good time. The Joseph Benavidez and Henry Cejudo fight was also super gnarly. Let's take a look at some highlights from that. That was another crazy fight, and then you also had Jake Ellenberger versus anyway, let's check out this of course we got an ad, but
lunch is ready.
Who the fuck was that?
Campbell's Spider-Man soups, made for real life.
Thanks, Mom.
The co-main event. This, you know, we knew it was going to be a great scrap going into it. It absolutely delivered 15 minutes of very, very aggressive fighting between coaches Joseph Benavidez and Henry Cejudo. Why don't you take
Oh yeah,
Well, it's interesting.
George
We knew emotions would
Masvidal.
Benavidez who's going to be able to control it better, but I thought Benavidez
delivered.
Let's check these highlights. First, we got Benavidez versus Henry Cejudo. And this fight was fireworks. We had a little mishap in the first round, 2 ball shots, and a point taken away from Henry Cejudo. And might have been a little aggressive. But, nonetheless, and actually, I mean, you can definitely argue that it affected the outcome of the fight. Because I think that besides that point taken away in the first round, Henry Cejudo... definitely, I don't know. I've got him winning the fight. Besides that, besides the ball shots, which, you know, obviously, you hit somebody in the balls twice within 1 minute. Yeah, you need to get a point taken away, I guess. I mean, you know, I'm not good at making those kinds of decisions. That's why I'm not the ref. But it's not like it was intentional. When you look at it, it's not like he nailed him in the nuts twice intentionally. It's just like, I don't know, I've never seen an eye poke from John Jones that was intentional, but it happened a whole lot. So, it is what it is. But anyway, here's these highlights. Check this out.
15 minutes of very, very aggressive fighting between coaches Joseph Benavidez and Henry Cejudo. Why don't you take us through the highlights?
Well, it's interesting. We knew emotions would be high, and I said, listen, if it comes down to emotions, it will probably be Benavidez who's going to be able to control it better. But I thought Benavidez didn't have his best fight here. I thought that he kind of was very wild, even for Benavidez' style. I thought it was Cejudo who kind of kept his composure a little bit better, especially early on in the fight. I had Henry Cejudo winning that first round. The problem was he got a point deducted for a low blow, or actually it was 2 low blows within a minute time. I thought that was a little aggressive by the referee, Yves Levine. And then those other 2 rounds, it really could have gone either way. Those were very close. Both guys threw a lot of leather. Both guys were very aggressive on the feet, but it was Benavidez in the end who got the decision. But 30-26 from one of the judges. What are you thinking? That first round was definitely Cejudo's. You had to take the point away because of what Yves Levine did.
Yeah, who knows where that score came from. That was a weird score. 30-26. Strange. Very strange. But it's all good, man. I'm just going over some of the highlights from the fights, like the Henry Cejudo and Joseph Benavidez fight. Yeah. And this one was a strange little technical problem that happened with Jake Ellenberger getting his foot caught in the fence and then getting a fucking TKO loss layered right on top of that, which I think he'll appeal and probably get that turned into a no decision. But, or I mean a What am I looking for here? Fucking
No contest.
no contest is what I was talking about. But I think that that's what we're going to end up with here in this fight. It's not that Masvidal did anything wrong by any means, but it was kind of weird that the fight got stopped. Don't you think? I mean, not stop. Maybe weird is the wrong word, but that fight could have continued.
It's just too much in the moment action thing. Like, you can't stop that. You can't stop that from happening. What's the ref isn't expecting to see some kind of fuck up go on where dude's foot gets stuck in the cage, and
it was definitely
it's
weird.
Unfortunate.
It was super strange and unfortunate. Yes, they both kind of got robbed. But anyway, here's the highlights of that. I'm sure they'll show you.
Fight, but we don't. We do want to focus on Masvidal's performance. He did look very, very good. So how do you think Masvidal performed tonight?
You know, it was unfortunate all the way around because Masvidal just looked sharp as attack, defensively, offensively. The guy was just firing on all cylinders. Ellenberger really wasn't landing a whole lot against Masvidal. It was all Masvidal the whole fight, pretty much. Ellenberger was really beaten up. At one point, it looked like Herb Dean was going to stop the fight. He had him out of there. And then in the end, it was Ellenberger who got his toe stuck in the cage. There it is right there. His left big toe is stuck inside the cage. He has nowhere to go. Herb Dean stopped the fight. And this is where it all just got very, very confusing. Crazy thing, you could see his left big toe stuck in the cage right there. Masvidal did what he had to do. He's the fighter. He kept going. The referee didn't stop him. He got the win, but as we talked about earlier, it might be a no contest here. So unfortunate all the way around.
Well, Masvidal was looking terrific
was.
before that happened.
Yep.
He actually did an amazing job, as I said before. He's one of the best.
Terrific. Okay. All right. I guess he was looking terrific. Is Leah still in the chat?
I'm not sure. It doesn't look like it.
I call it like the chat. Like it's not even. You remember chat rooms? Like back in the day?
Like instant messenger, yeah.
Yeah, I'm talking like pre-instant messenger actually, but well, kind of. It was like we had AOL back in the day, back in the 90s. And so we didn't have to have instant messenger, it was just built into the way that you access the web. But did you ever have dial-up, Lloyd, that you remember?
Like when you'd be on the internet and you wanted to pick up the phone and you heard,
yes. You did have that?
Absolutely.
That's hilarious. So did I. I remember back in the day in like 1995, I had like a 14.4K modem. It was so fucking horrible, man. We used to, but yeah, we had instant messenger and shit built in, chat rooms and shit. Chat rooms, fuck, that's old school. I mean, does anybody have chat rooms anymore? I get like the closest thing to like we have chats.
It's the same thing,
more or less, but it's also it's different because. Like, there used to be chat rooms that would just be...
to run through all of my chats?
No.
Yeah, you probably don't.
That's not entertaining at all. But, I'm just reminiscing and just thinking about how back in the day, like, you could just... You would log on to a chat room that was always there. And people would cycle in, cycle out. It would be like a forum or like a Facebook group, but it was real time. It was all real time. And it was just ASL. It's like fucking 14M Florida. Every, bunch of tweeners. And then every once in a while you'd get somebody that was like 32M Iowa, horny as fuck.
Oh god.
Who's trying to fuck? Who's trying to send me some pictures of their dick? You get a lot of that as a young man.
You'd get a lot of that.
Yeah, I did. I had a lot of offers for dick. Not really, actually. Not very many offers. Not for dick. Not, you know, I was smart enough, I guess, even back in the 90s, that I was like, yo, this dude's trying to get some dick out of me. Not my dick. No. Anyway. That's the 90s in a nutshell, is AOL chat rooms, and, trying to get that 13-year-old dick. That's what AOL chat rooms were all about, I guess, back in the day. That's what it seemed like. Dude, the internet was a mess back in the 90s. And people didn't, I don't know, a lot of people realized it. And it still is. It still is now, obviously. You got, like, dark web and shit like that. Have you ever seen any of the shit on the dark web?
You know me, man. No.
I'm not...
I keep myself innocent.
Well, it's not necessarily gonna, like, it's just shit that happens to be unavailable on Internet Explorer. It's not all fucked up and horrible, and some of it is just mundane, everyday bullshit. But it just happens to be in a place on the web that's not accessible everywhere else. But at the same time, there's a lot of fucked up shit. I mean, it's stupid. Well, I don't know if it's stupid, but it's ridiculous. It's just crazy. Like you download. It's so easy. It's so easy to get onto parts of the internet that allow you to do crazy illegal shit and see illegal shit. It's super easy. You go and you download the Tor browser. Install it on your computer. Or your phone. You can... I think you can get them on iPhones as well, but on Android it's super easy. You just download Tor, the Tor browser, and then you start fucking around. I mean, it's not hard at all. You can go to the Silk Road websites and fucking find advertisements for hitmen. If you ever see the words hard candy, stay the fuck away from it, because as far as I'm aware, that's child porn. Like, I'm all about people exploring different shit, so yeah, go check out the dark web, but don't fuck around. Like, you gotta be careful, because you could easily stumble upon some ridiculous shit that you do not want to be involved with.
Fuck that.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's easy enough on the internet, on the regular ass internet. But it's fucking dark, man. It's dark out there. The shit that you can access. And you know me, I've told you this before, like, I want to know the harsh, dirty reality of anything. I want to know the truth. I don't like shit sugar-coated. I want to know exactly what is going on. So sometimes I expose myself to shit that is, and obviously I don't mean like child porn or anything like that. It just, like, I expose my shit, I expose myself to things that I think most people don't see, because they'd rather look away.
You ever seen that movie Gummo?
Gummo? What is that? No.
Look it up. Let's play the trailer. Fuck it.
How do you spell that?
Gummo. Gummo.
$19.97?
That's not it.
This one?
Let me see.
But yeah, I mean, like, I've seen a lot of shit. Think,
Don't tell your mother.
Think Rotten.com. Think, people getting fucking killed and shit. It's not that I like it or I get off on it. It's just that, I don't know. I think that our species used to see horrible shit all the time, and we don't anymore. And I think that a certain part of it is...
Get Hulu and watch the shows you love in one place.
I think a piece of that has been saved into our genetic memory. We're a violent species. And it's not that I want to be violent or anything like that, but I think that there's certain aspects of that that allow for release. That's one reason why I'm into martial arts and fighting. Anyway, here's a trailer for a movie called Gummo. And I have no idea what to expect. So, thanks for that, Lloyd.
Life is a mystery. Everyone must stand alone. I hear you call my name, and it feels like home.
Life is beautiful. Really, it is. Full of beauty and illusions.
Little hen goes cluck cluck, little rooster goes cock-a-doodle-doo, doodle-doo, doodle-doo.
Tumblr sees everything. Some say he's downright evil. He's got what it takes to be a legend.
Yo, this shit looks fucked up, Lloyd.
Great. Without it, you'd be dead.
I don't even know what to think of this. Right? I've seen some fucked up shit. Like, we were talking about that one episode me and Jamike watched, what is it? A Siberian film.
Yes.
I was getting it, I got the title fucked up, that episode, and then Rochelle corrected
No,
me.
it's still wrong. That's still wrong. It's a... Fuck, what is it? I don't even know what it
is. It?
Fuck. A Serb... Oh, because you were saying a Serbian film, and it's...
No,
it is a Serbian.
It is a Serbian.
It's a Serbian film, and you were saying a Siberian.
And I was saying Siberian.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a Serbian
Sean
film.
Bozeman.
Yeah.
Yeah, thank you.
Hold on. Speaking of which,
I'm not interested in seeing this movie.
You'll be even less interested after we watch the trailer. So let's check
because
it out.
Siberia is like in no man's land. Serbian. I know it's Willem Dafoe, right? Willem Dafoe? No? Oh, that's a different
No,
movie.
that's the one. That's called Antichrist.
Oh,
We
okay.
talked about that the same episode.
Yeah, I mix those up.
Slušaj me pažljivo. Sprema se nešto veliko.
si porno glumac koji želi da zna o čemu se radi u filmu.
Dude, this movie is so fucked up. This trailer doesn't do it justice at all. It's just fucked up. It's like the only reason I can imagine that anybody would ever have made this movie is basically to make the most fucked up movie that you could imagine making.
Bravo, bravo, bravo.
Yeah, dude, it's horrible. The trailer doesn't even come close. It doesn't. It's.
Let me pull this up and make the window a little bit smaller because I'm only pulling this up because of the song. Yeah, not that much. All right. Actually, after I start playing it, you're probably gonna be like, "Nah, pull that all the way up." Now that I think of it.
What is it? Yeah, you're gonna play some Rumble Johnson highlights for the song that plays.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're gonna see why.
Alright, fuck it. Yeah, we can leave it right there. Just full screen.
How many sides does a pentagon have?
5.
What causes disease?
Bacteria.
I fight because it's fun. That's what I do.
So I rolled up my sleeve after the fight just to show my Superman tattoo because he said he was my kryptonite. I am the real deal.
Dude, Rumble is the real deal, for real.
Make it bigger.
Fuck, that was sick.
I wish he would just get the fight, John.
Yeah.
That's at 170. Look how big he was. That's at 205. It's just such an animal.
Yep. Pretty sure that's racist.
I'm an animal. Fuck that. I'm white. All of us.
Dude, Anthony Johnson could crack like nothing. Just pop.
Oh, Mr. Monster.
Oh, shit.
That's Andre Arlovsky just dropping him. Former heavyweight champion of the world.
Yep.
uppercuts, man.
Sick as fuck. That shit right there reminded me of old school Chuck Liddell. Up against the fence, teeing off.
Yeah.
Crazy ass angles. Up, down, left, right. Up, down. up, down, left, right.
Honestly, I feel like he's the most intimidating man in the organization. Like, heavyweights aren't as scary as him.
I want to thank
because
Black
he's
Zillions and Glenn
quick
Robinson and everybody else.
powerful.
Want to tell the champion as he's sitting on. John watches everything.
No,
so
for
he will
sure.
get this message.
I got
Anthony Johnson. Tell him what's going to happen when you guys.
I got Fabricio Verdun
When we shut out the gun,
more.
scariest.
No, not necessarily the scariest, but
Stipe.
I think like heavyweights, like it's just different. Like those dudes are just.
Stipe's like
The
is
number one
like
thing
Shrek.
that they should have
He's like
taught
an ogre.
you and I in school.
No, but literally,
he's like a grizzly.
All
He'll
time
just swing at you. Sorry, with just like a paw and just knock your head off.
all time favorite weight division for me has always been 205. Always. That's my
Yeah.
favorite weight division.
Yeah, because you do get a nice mix of athleticism mixed in with just sheer size. John Jones is legitimately like one of the most magnificent athletic bodies in a sport. He's 6'4" with a 7'5" wingspan. Absolutely disgusting. Like
He's-
what the fuck?
he's so
he can
long.
literally like walk around on his hands. He's such a freak. I swear he can take anybody on the planet in a one-on-one fight. I actually genuinely believe that he can beat any heavyweight. Straight up.
Like
Actually,
weigh in.
I might
whatever.
want to retract my statements
Yeah, I
as
mean,
far as saying that I
dude.
think that he does it in a pure MMA way, whereas not in like that Dan Henderson "I will kill you if there are no rules" type of way.
Mhm.
So there is a
Well,
difference
I think,
there.
No, I think John Jones falls into that category as well for me. In that
to the death.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
one thing that's one of the
Yeah,
biggest
he
things
is.
that I like
He's,
about John Jones.
Yeah, he can hang. Yeah,
Is that
We've
to
seen
me
him-
that he's not going to outpoint. I mean, he might. Well, I mean, he will. I mean, I don't think he's ever lost a round except for up until like later.
Gustafsson.
Yeah, up until very recently in his career.
actually,
He hadn't lost a round
maybe
for a long time.
maybe literally nobody besides Gustafsson has beaten him.
I don't
in a
know.
round.
I'd have to look that stat up, but
DC,
yeah,
DC
you know what I'm
maybe.
saying. Yeah, he might. Yeah, you know what? I think he did lose maybe a round to DC. Did he? I don't even know.
Yeah, he
But-
lost a round or two to DC.
But yeah, that's the thing that I like about John Jones is that he that's my definition of martial arts, and that's how I see it. Dan Henderson.
If we have to
same
fight
thing.
till one of us is going to have to submit to my life.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I like, people that fight like that. John Jones does that to me. He goes out, I mean,
He's a killer.
His style's so good to me. Like, I like it a lot. He's just weird. He's fucking unorthodox.
Sean said maybe Lyoto too. Yeah,
Dude,
that's right.
Lyoto
Lyoto actually did win the first round against them.
Lyoto Machida is like that, if that's what you're talking about, and that he's also in that
No,
category
no.
to me.
Lyoto beat John Jones in a round.
Did he?
Yes, he did.
What was the
But he
first
got-
round? They
he
only
got
fought
finished.
once, right?
Yeah.
Was it the first round?
Yes,
Something?
Lyoto won the first round.
I kind of want to watch that fight.
Can you pull it up?
I can pull up whatever the fuck, man. I don't know. Let's. I think highlights is not a big deal. All right. just gonna skip around. We're gonna talk over it. We're gonna skip around. So we're commenting on this
for
fight.
this, our main event of the
Oh,
evening.
nice.
9 years the elder of the taller, and he will have a 10.5-inch reach advantage. With the introductions, Bruce Buffer.
The center, it's a 4 pound.
For the UFC Light Heavyweight Championship. Remember, he came out kind of awkwardly against Rampage.
Yeah, he came out very low, almost crawling at him. And he's going to do that again.
Yeah, just for a second.
As long as he has one hand on the ground, Lyoto can't kick him. Can't kick him in the face.
And now he's up. Black trunks for the champion. Red trunks for the challenger.
He's such a freak.
Very few men dart in and out any better than Lyoto Machida.
Yeah, stylistically he possesses, and the physical attributes that John possesses. One of the things about John is how thin his legs are. If you look at his calves, they're almost comically thin. And no one has ever seen anyone kick those legs.
Comically thin.
Dude, that's ridiculous.
Especially
I don't remember that.
I don't remember hearing that. I was in a bar when this was going down, man.
I was too, yeah.
Good as any in mixed martial arts.
I watched this shit when I was at a Buffalo Wild Wings.
There's no wind up to his kicks.
I was telling everybody that I was around how incredibly talented John Jones is, and I was just trying to explain to them like what a freak athlete that he is, and they were just like, they were almost like relaxed, and I was like, just wait and see.
Yeah, dude.
Like they actually thought that Lyoto was maybe gonna win.
What a powerful leg kick that was.
I was like,
And he
no.
really showcased his kicks in the title defense against Rampage and gave a lot of credit to Mike Winklejohn for the improvement in his Muay Thai.
Dude, he's so good.
Well, Mike Winklejohn is an outstanding coach, but
Like, he's hard to touch.
This
Like,
guy
he's,
is. I mean, he just
John Jones' defense is actually really good as well.
He's a counter
so
fighter.
drastically.
Well, like
This is the
Lyoto
typical
Machida.
wave. I mean, these guys are coming right now. These super athletes, these people that, you know, could have competed in any sport if they so choose to put their focus on it.
Well, his brothers in the National Football League.
Another
Nice
powerful leg kick.
But the counter by Lyoto.
And look at that hand stretching out the distance. That's something that John can do that no one else can do.
Lyoto just missed with that right hook counter, though.
Just missed and missed by a mile are just as good.
Yeah, good point, right?
Do you agree when I say that he is the best ever?
John Jones?
Yeah.
That's not disagreeable to me at all. I don't know, really. Like, I need him to fight now. I need him to come back. I need him to do... I need him...
I believe John
to... I don't know. He's got to come back and fight.
Just Jones's opponent trying to figure out
But
how to deal with the unorthodox striking. Jones is trying to do the exact same thing.
yeah, I
think
agree.
that he would have beat.
I think that he would beat just about anybody. I would. Okay, so I would put my money on him in any of the big fights that anybody's looking to have from him. But right now, I'm worried about his first fight back.
The hardest John's ever been hit. Right there.
I think that he would have beaten Anderson Silva if he would have been allowed to fight him while Anderson Silva was still considered to be in his prime.
I think he would have too, but I also think that he's bigger than Anderson Silva.
He is. Anderson's 6'2", John's 6'4", with a much wider range.
It's just a bit, yeah.
Ooh,
he's
that
like
overhand right.
They're similar builds.
One of the most intriguing matchups.
Not really. Anderson isn't in nearly as like. John looks like a god in this fight, in my opinion. His physique looks amazing right there. Oh, blitzed.
Dude, Lyoto Machida is so good, dude. I'm a huge fan of Lyoto Machida's style as well.
Yeah, absolutely. He goes balls to the wall.
Dude, his kicks are phenomenal. That's like, I love kickers, obviously. Like, I always pull for people with sick kicks. And John Jones also has sick kicks, but you don't see a lot of high kicks from him. Lyoto Machida will kick you in the face. And that's something that I respect a lot. Lyoto Machida is a scary individual.
No shit.
Just missed with the head kick. Then again, like you said, just missed or missed by a mile, doesn't matter, right? Right now, John is playing Lyoto's style. John's playing the game that Lyoto plays, which is like a game of tag. The thing about karate-style tournaments, and a lot of people think they're very unrealistic for fighting, but what they do is they force the fighter to be the first one who gets off. And
Yeah.
so it's a wild game of
Joe
tag.
Rogan's talking about point-style karate and shit. It's similar. Well, what I did wasn't really... I mean, it was scored in points, but there was no stop in the middle of a fight, middle of a bout. But that is like old school style. You can watch the video where they jump in, punch, kick, try to throw a combination, tag somebody, and then the action gets stopped. The ref just jumps in the middle, separates them. It's kind of weird, but that is totally...
For karate fights, you mean?
Yeah.
Let's take a look here. Solid
Oh man.
by Lyoto. Staggered John Jones back.
John Jones has actually, in his career, shown that he actually has a chin. He's been hit by people that can knock people out.
Do you think Lyoto won that round? Was that the round you were talking about?
I don't know.
Get too nervous. Will he blow his energy out worrying about this?
He rocked him, and John didn't really do anything to him, so it counts for something, but I don't know.
Training in karate at age 3. He has done this type of thing in karate battles and in striking battles his entire life.
Respect the shit out of him for even being in the ring with that guy.
Successful, he hasn't done it his entire life. Yes,
Meaning Lyoto in the ring with John, obviously, just because, like, Lyoto fights at 180, or he ended his career at 185.
Yeah, it went down.
Dude,
but he was the light heavyweight champion.
He was, but he never really was a true 205 pounder.
He fucked
He took
up.
advantage while we were going in that hot potato, like we were talking about.
Yeah, but dude, Rashad Evans was a scary dude.
Right now, a little bit more diversified, but nothing like
I still want to see Rashad Evans.
Always a beatable champion.
I think I've ever said that.
Everybody's
like
beatable.
Yeah, but we're watching John Jones right now.
Looking to defend his title for the second time. Looking to get his belt back.
I feel like John
Is
Jones
the Dragon, Lyoto Machida, who won the light heavyweight title back in May of 2009 when he knocked out Rashad Evans.
Mighty Mouse.
He defended it one time against Mauricio Shogun Hua and lost his belt in the rematch.
205 division. It's the best. It's my favorite.
Good kick by Jones.
I'm trying to name people that are just like unbeatable.
Fight scheduled for
And it's those two, and I don't know who else.
Who'd you say? Conor McGregor?
No, I said John Jones and Mighty Mouse.
Try to take this fight to the ground. Good kick to the body by John. And a good counter by Lyoto. Lyoto swinging away. Pushing forward. Now let's watch for the Greco clinch. Nope. He's right out. We got ourselves a fight, Joe. We certainly do. And this is what Machida fans were hoping for. Yep. Exactly this.
Yeah, when I was watching this fight, I was a John Jones fan, but I was also a Lyoto Machida fan.
Lost his
And I was...
Oh, big right hand by John Jones. And Jones nails Machida there. And then was defeated by Rampage by split decision.
I remember being torn watching this fight. I was like, oh.
And his elbows are vicious. And there he throws one immediately. The force and angle of the elbows of Jon Jones
bleeding already, Mike.
are the best in MMA.
Lyoto's bleeding badly from his forehead.
That's the elbow.
And John's looking for a
Here
choke.
it is. It's coming. Such a bully. It's like, I'm gonna do with your body what I want to do because I just have freakishly long limbs, and whatever I want to happen is just gonna happen, so you're gonna have to accept that.
They're going to check it. That's why John McCarthy's called timeout.
I don't remember this. I don't remember this.
Me neither. You're right, Sean. 205 is kind of weak right now.
That's a huge gash.
Not quite Vitor Belfort Marvin.
I don't remember. I don't remember that. Stopping for the doctor to check that out.
In the same position.
Sean, we appreciate.
Continues with 90 seconds on the clock here in the second.
It's like the only dude that's up in the chat.
And where the cut is,
What's up, man?
will go down in his eyes.
Thanks for hanging in there.
He's always been really supportive. I really appreciate you, Sean.
I appreciate you too, Sean.
Lyoto looked for the takedown. This is where that Greco experience, that upper body control plays so well for Jones. Jones with a huge elbow has changed the momentum of this fight drastically here in the second round.
You don't want to see Jon Jones develop nasty fucking straight up knockout power, like one hit.
I feel like he kind of already has it.
I feel like he might have it, but you don't really see it.
Look at how much of a bully that is.
That choke.
There's nothing rude about that at all. That was pure just alpha.
No, I got, like I said before, I got no problem with that. That's the end of a fight. You get dropped on the mat. Look, if you're on the mat at all, you get dropped on the mat a lot. I don't know, you hit the mat. Who cares? I mean, it's the canvas, I guess, but...
Used his full set of skills, and look at that, he caught him with that left hand, put him down, knee to the body, and here's the standing guillotine. Now look how he switches it and pushes it up. Cody McKenzie style here.
And he literally just like locks his...
John's holding him up here.
He locks his left wrist underneath Lyoto's throat, and he reinforces it with his right wrist, and that's how he cuts off the circulation. It's beautiful.
Wow, what a fight! And what a huge
That's a deep choke.
It's amazing. He's literally lifting his throat into his. He's literally lifting his wrist into the guy's throat with his right arm, with his dominant hand, just like fuck you, I'm gonna make you wish that you tap. And that's honestly one of the greatest subs I've ever seen in the UFC ever, period. That sub is nasty.
It's sick as fuck. I mean, it is fundamentally, you know, a guillotine.
He could probably do that to anybody in the world. He did that against a guy who is an actual jiu-jitsu black belt, where jiu-jitsu isn't even Lyoto's base. Lyoto is a karate guy, but he is still a jiu-jitsu badass. Yeah. Jon Jones, like you said earlier, he's like a fucking blue belt almost. He's like a low-level jiu-jitsu guy. He's just so talented that he doesn't even give a fuck. He just does what
that's
he
what
wants.
he said. He said that he
doesn't have to work for belts in jiu-jitsu. You know he knows how to make his limbs work in an annoying way against your body to make you just tap out into submission. It's amazing. He's a freak.
Of course. But I'm just saying, he said recently that jiu-jitsu's been the most ignored part of his game, and he's really...
If he actually were to ever be a black belt, then he's literally like Superman. What else can I say? I mean, I don't know what else to compare it to. He's just... I've always been fascinated by the guy. I hate him. I root against him every fight that he had. I shouldn't say I hate him.
Who, John Jones?
I shouldn't say I hate him. I retract that. I like to root against the guy because he's so easy to root against.
Do you think he's a sociopath, or
because of that post on the Fire and the Kid page?
Yeah, well, was that on?
Did you not see that?
Probably did.
That was
no, I'm curious. Was it something you posted?
No, it was something that one of my boys posted though. And
do you think he's a?
I still give him the
benefit of the doubt.
The slightest benefit of the doubt.
Okay. Yeah, I mean,
I don't know him. I want to meet him before I can make the decision of saying that he's a terrible person. It's not fair to him. I've only known him through what I see through social media. I follow it a lot, and he hasn't given me a lot of reasons to think that he's a good person. He's done a lot of fucked up things, and he admitted to that on the Rogan podcast and whatnot. But at the same time, I don't know, man. He's just, he seems to be like a really good, manipulative kind of person, but you never know. Yeah, like I said, it's really unfair for me to even make those statements. That makes me sound like a super judgmental fuck. What the fuck who cares about Lloyd Baggins' opinion of fucking John Jones as the goddamn legit champion of the world? What the fuck do I know? I don't know shit, but it's just like the one sport that I actually follow, and no offense, John, I think that you're the best of all time. I think that I've already said that you're the GOAT, but you've given me little reasons to think
he's
that
like, I don't like you, though.
Giving me little reasons to think
well, it's like I don't like John Jones, but he is the best of all time. That's some crazy shit to say. It's like undeniable at that point. It's like, here's a dude, he's like, I don't like him at all, but he's the best in the world.
I will watch every second of you doing what you do.
Me too.
Because it is fucking entertaining. It's the you're the best. Around, no one's ever gonna take you down. Because not even DC could, so what the fuck?
I think it's about time to shut this thing down, Lloyd.
You think so?
Yeah. About 3 hours.
Yeah, not too bad.
Unless you just want to go for yourself for an hour. You can just leave it on and go for an hour if you want.
Maybe if there were more people watching, but
no,
it's not that popping right now. We had a decent amount of views while we had El Presidente up in here earlier, but fuck.
El Presidente.
It's what time is it, Will?
9:30.
It's not too bad. I can.
Well, I gotta wake up early tomorrow.
I can watch the new episode of South Park tonight.
Oh, fuck.
That doesn't need to be explained.
Love you guys. The viewers, that is. Not Lloyd.
Can we play some music?
Michael's not here. Yeah, we can play some music.
And close out.
What kind of music? We gotta play some. I mean, we can't play.
Can we play some Tebbits?
And play some Tebbits. I think we can do that.
Play some Matthew Tebbits. Sven Diamond.
Yeah, that's what I need to get.
That's what I got you on that.
Yeah, I just forgot for a second. Meanwhile, I've been listening to Matt make music for fucking going on probably 10 years.
Here we go, tablets. Here we go. Here we go, tablets. Here we go.
Thanks for tuning in to the Let 'Em Know podcast. Join us next time with Aaliyah. Episode 21 tonight, but episode 22 next time. Check it out, Leah. I'm the boss. Frick, there's Ted. I'm a cat killing bees in the trees, flying out. Got a disease, got some fleas in my ass. Suck my ass, bitch. Killing all these motherfucking bitches with my dick. Slinging load, slinging lead, backing up. Give me some head, suck my dick. Don't all bitch.
Little father, get a shot collar.
Shut up, Lloyd. You silly old, silly dog, you.
Buddy hog. Mind you.
Say what?
Silly dog. With a big hog, mind you. 30 dog with a big hog. Got a big frog, got a tree frog slipping in my D-dog. Gotta get a ding dong on my sling song. Got a ring wong, got a ching chong on my ding dong. Go to China. Here we gotta go around, gotta find a girl. Oh, slipping on the town, all J-ragation dating.
None of it.
Hashtag yoked AF. Pancake day. So
yoked AF. Alright, guys. Seriously. Good night.
Destroy production.